Greetings, fellow adventurers, and welcome to Horsemen of the Apocalypse. We are Twitch affiliates and proudly sponsored by VentureSense. Click the link below, check out their amazing products, and while spending time with us in the chat, obey all the rules and listen to your moderators. While watching our stream, you are earning 2 currencies. HotA points are linked to the mini-games in the chat, and you can use them to buy extra raffle tickets when we give away free merchandise. Loyalty points are used for interacting with our show. You can buy inspiration points or health potions for the Dungeon Master or for your favorite player. There are several Twitch commands that you will need to be familiar with in our chat. Refer to the panel below if you forget them, or ask a moderator for help. These commands are how you play our mini-games, enter the giveaways, or request songs for the channel playlist. If you enjoy our content, clicking the follow button will notify you when our channel goes live. Join the HotA family by becoming a subscriber, and you get several benefits. A custom icon, unique emote, increased chances of winning in all mini-games, access to a private chat room, and free song requests. The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
It is black.
There we are.
Alright, welcome everybody to Horsemen of the Apocalypse, aka HotA. I am your humble Dungeon Master for the night, DM Steelaxe, and we are here to play some more of Season 1 of this campaign. We want to thank you guys for being here. We got a lot of switches that we're doing on our admin side, so we'll go over that in just a minute. But before we do that, we want to hear from our players. Who are you guys? Who you playing? And let's go for that.
All right, I'll go first. What's everyone? This is Kyle coming out of York, Pennsylvania. I'm excited. I just want to get right into the show, but before we get into all that, of course, as always, we just introduce ourselves real quick. So I'm going to do that real quick as soon as I can. Everyone say favorite having bar Philly shenanigan. Okay, go. You're done.
This is going to be that fast.
Let's go. Ready to play.
I want to play.
Hi everybody, my name is AJ, and I play Rin Inaran, the High Elf Wizard of the party. Brains, and not so much brawn, but that's okay, we all know that's what counts the most. And I'm going to be flexing my brain muscles today in hopes of finding some good answers for the second day of the first week. Woo! We are so speeding along this week.
Most important shit's out of the way. Welcome.
Yo. I'm Dylan, and I play everyone's favorite story catalyst, Chris Glaskin.
Okay.
That's a good one. It's okay. Okay, I like that. That was different than Psychopath. That's different.
Okay.
I liked it.
Well, you know, I'm in charge now.
Yeah, right.
Alright, hey everyone, my name is Connor. I will be playing the half-orc ranger Urgra Dropper.
Okay. Awesome. Welcome. All right, so some quick announcements. We are changing over a lot of things on our end. So what you guys can see on Twitch end is the D&D Beyond overlay. So if you guys hover over the right side on the screen, you guys can actually see a drop down of these guys' character sheets. So you can click on that, and as they time travel and jump to these different years, we're going to be updating that so it's current. So you guys can see their max hit points, their armor class, their spells and skills, all that fun stuff. So we're switching that over, and that means we had to switch over how our mini games and our points work because it's using a different overlay. So all that stuff is down below. You guys can read about that. If you do exclamation point commands in the chat, it'll tell you all the new commands. Basically, we got lots of extra stuff. There's extra mini games. You can ask an magic 8-ball question. You can duel each other. You can do a slot reel game. There's a lot of cool stuff. But most importantly, how you guys redeem health potions, inspiration points, and sanity points has changed.
Yes, take your time. Explain this.
Yes,
specifically.
This helps the players, and we've combined it all. So if you guys type an exclamation point redeem and then space the character's name, underscore, and then it's complicated, but it's all below. And then the last part is either HP, IP, or SP, and that's for health, inspiration, or sanity. So we have little things that'll come up on the screen to remind everybody. We're going to be kind of repeating this a lot until everybody gets used to the new system, but after we do, it should be good. So
He is just CP, copy paste.
exactly, yeah. It's pretty easy. You just redeem character name and the underscore, and then which one you want to do. And we're going to be trying to get in all the other streams that are on the channel on this system as well. They may not have all the options, but we want to have every channel having at least one option for each player. So speaking of that, our channel is about to really grow for content, and we hope you guys really enjoy it. So on, we'll just start at the beginning of the week, Sundays. We have, AJ, you want to go over the list of stuff?
Sure. Yeah. So Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we have Ages Past, where I will be DMing this lovely game with 4 great players, one of which we share here, Connor, who plays Smokey, the half Ganassi, half Tabaxi wizard. Great fun, lots of good times, and of course, anytime you spend with us there, you are earning these points, which we have just gone over, and you'll be able to spend them there as well to influence the game with inspiration points to start. Later on, we'll see what we can add in to make it more fun for the audience to participate in the game, but I'll let you know about that in the future. And we have a potential one also starting to get up on Monday.
Yep.
This one will be at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So keep an eye on that. We'll try to keep you as updated as we can when that comes out. But of course, more stuff is on the way. Sean will tell you about some other things coming up tomorrow and on Thursday, Friday,
Tuesdays. Saturday. Yep, Tuesdays is this campaign. This is season 1 of HotA, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. And then we're getting ready to kick off season 2. So we are finalizing all that stuff. We're going to be selecting our players. So a lot of cool stuff coming for that. And that's going to be slotted for Wednesdays. But in the meantime, until that starts, we're going to be trying to do a lot of one-shots if possible. So tomorrow, we have a homebrew kind of a mercenary mech game that we're going to be trying out, see if we like it. And then the following Wednesday after that, we're going to be doing a wizard cart, which we did before.
Super cool. So
then Fridays, we're going to very soon. What was on Fridays? I'm drawing a blank.
Chevy Cobalt?
Oh, yeah. So we might be having another campaign starting up, but that's going to be a little ways down the road. And then Saturdays, we're going to be bringing back our talk show. Before we did Red Dragon Inn, it was a lot of fun. We enjoyed doing it. But we're going to be revamping it, renaming it, redoing everything. And we have someone else who's going to be running it. So it should be a lot of fun. So anyway, lots of stuff coming down to the channel. Join our Discord. You guys can hear about all the announcements. And YouTube if you have any old past episodes you need to catch up on. All right, so all that's out of the way. What happened last week? Let's get a recap.
Well, last week on season 20 of Horsemen of the Apocalypse, Kurtz woke up imprisoned by Tavaria, the new head of the temple, after telling her about his knowledge of the future events, as well as showing her a piece of an ancient tablet. Through a very careful conversation, Kurtz discovered that this tablet was gifted by the goddesses to Alundra and Tavaria. However, Tavaria was unable to read it, and she didn't know what information the tablet contained. The tablet was shattered by Alundra to 7 pieces and then scattered across Candoria before she left in year 0. By the end of the conversation, Tavaria and Kurtz had come to an agreement. Tavaria would release Kurtz with all of his equipment, including the tablet fragment, and in return, Kurtz agreed to be the captain of the Temple Guard with 1 week off, and agreed to not tell anyone of his knowledge of the future. After being released, Kurtz met up with the rest of the party, and we traveled to Herdeflurgen with the help of some shenanigans trademarked. We were able to defeat the bandit clan with only one of them getting away. We were then treated to dinner with Ford, and Finley was inducted into Banff by the leader Adorphus. And then the heroes settled down for a long rest with Urgra inviting Rin to observe an orcish ritual at dawn.
Okay.
That's where we left off. Anything I missed?
Okay.
Sounds pretty good.
Awesome.
And
Crushed it.
Baz, I'm gonna edit your points. Sorry, I totally forgot to add you some more. New system, new everything. So check your points, Baz. It should be good to go. All right. So you guys spent the night in Herdeflurgen. I need to change the map. Okay.
Corpses were left out in the fields.
Yep, just
Yes.
lie them there.
Why not?
Well,
It's-
chopped up corpses.
It's
They're already
hashtag
burning.
Bandit Clan, so
Yeah.
who cares? Alright, so you guys stayed in the building next to Jester's Pride. Finley, you got to kind of reconcile some stuff with Baby Mama, and you guys saved the town from the Bandit Clan. So you spent the night. You spent the night. The Aurora happened for the first time for this year, and you got to share that moment with all the Banff members here in this town. You guys spent the night and got your long rest finally.
God, thank goodness.
So, as we get ready to start the next morning, if there's anything during the night, during the long rest, or first thing in the morning that any of you guys want to do, feel free. The sky will have been illuminated, like we said, like it's very pungent at the first night of the first day of the week. This aurora is kind of like the disco lights. It's you can visually see the lights on the trees, on the ground, all around you. So it's very, very powerful, overwhelming, beautiful lights. And it was just, this whole town was just filled with little people singing and dancing and just like ecstasy. Molly for everyone.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it was a pretty eventful night as far as just partying. The party like it was 1969. So yeah, you guys had plenty of opportunities to have some fun, but also if you just wanted to kick back and go rest, that is totally fine. So was there anything in turn that you guys wanted to do before the morning kicks off?
Yes.
Go for it.
Rin, this is kind of like a default for him sort of thing. He only has to trance for 4 hours. So for the other 4 hours of the time, he can do some light activities. So kind of a routine is what he does. In order, it goes with taking out his book, recording notes of the day, usually by letting it float, and he concentrates on it to let the scribbly quill do the note-taking for him as he opens up his own sketch papers, starts to make notes. He does writings. He does crude drawings sometimes. So he's making illustrations of some of the people. If their names are good, he's going to try to get them nicely done out in charcoal, which he can. And then during the morning time, he is going to try and prepare a light, easy breakfast for most people. And basically, because I know he's only allowed 2 hours worth of activity to maintain his long rest, so for those 2 hours that would either be his perception time or his dinner or breakfast cooking time. So he's going to be conjuring servants with a ritual casting, getting them going off, grabbing whatever he can, making something in the morning for them to wake up to.
Okay, awesome.
So every morning, unless otherwise deemed necessary to do so, Rin is our breakfast buffet chef.
Gordon Ramsay. You
I
fucking
will
donkey!
utilize everything that I can. If I've got plain shit, I'm going to prestidigitation, sprinkle spice, that basic thing, so it tastes nice.
Okay.
Make it seasoned light,
Okay.
You are in a halfling town, man. I'm sure there's plenty of.
Oh, no, there is. I'm good, but yeah. But
Okay.
if they're like, oh, they're down on cinnamon, there we go, a little sprinkle of cinnamon with magic.
Gotta flex those gourmand muscles.
Hot damn. Okay. All right.
Who needs culinary school when you're magically inclined to make...
Make anything taste like anything.
Right.
Shit. And I can keep it warm for you. I have the heat lamp of magic too. So
Yeah, one unseen servant's holding a magical heat lamp. Yeah. It's your whole job.
Like, why do we even adventure guys? Just settle down here. Ray can make us breakfast every morning. Lunch, dinner, fuck it,
you gotta pay for it. But I'm sure in the middle of, because this is kind of me doing the breakfast, I think Urgra is waking up a little earlier than the rest of them.
Yeah,
Problem.
she's waking up about a half hour before dawn.
Okay.
Alright. So
All right.
yeah, so you would see me kind
The
of...
Aurora probably throws her off a lot, and she has trouble sleeping because it's light outside.
Okay.
I mean, did the lights go on that long? Is it like all night?
All night long. Yep. It'll be all week. It's very hard to see them during the day because the sunlight is obviously much brighter than them. But just kind of like with a full moon during the day, you can still see the moon. It's just, it's not...
So we still see them kind of faintly.
Very faintly, yep. So it's a thing that happens throughout the whole week after the first night.
Constant shit. All right. Okay.
Right, but it's very, very faint. If you're not necessarily looking for it, you might not even notice it. If there's clouds out, obviously it's in between you and the auroras. You're not going to see it. Stuff like that.
But it's good to know. That's a detail. That's
Yes.
A good detail.
Yes, deets are good.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Urga. What would you like to do?
So Urga will wake up, stretch a little bit, and come out to wherever she sees Rin preparing the meals.
Okay.
Probably in the kitchen area, but yeah.
Okay.
And she'll just knock to announce herself. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. You're up early. Oh, that's right, of course. Your ritual, I forgot. Warm that up, keep it over there, move it. Great, you're fine. They'll handle the rest. Where are we going?
We just need to be outside. That's nothing too specific.
All right. Ladies first.
All right, follow me. And she will walk out, and she'll just find some sort of clearing in possibly even in this like courtyard Jester's Pride, like maybe off by the wall a little bit, just so out of the way.
Okay.
Is really the main thing.
Yeah. So there's actually, you don't see any of the halflings that are, residing in Herd of Flurgan. You've come to realize that they are definitely kind of like, they're party animals. They are kind of more of the adolescent mindset, even if the older ones, they maybe don't work hard, but they play hard. And it's been very prevalent during this. You guys did all the work. When it came to the bandit assault, like, they're very, very grateful. You could just tell that they definitely are very free-spirited creatures, and that needs some recovery. So in the morning, all of them are sleeping. None of them get up early. Even the responsible, mature ones, they're all out. So it is just a ghost town this early in the morning.
A night after a party, this town don't wake up till like 10, 11.
3, 5.
3.
Yeah. No, you don't know. Wait, yeah, you don't see a soul.
Right.
A couple of them maybe just went to bed. You see like one person, and he's going to bed.
And Herber was like, good night.
It's the barkeep for the Jester's Pride. He just wiped down the last bar, the last,
The last bottle of wine.
So, yeah, have a good night.
Someone's gonna do it. Anyway.
Go ahead.
So Urga will go off to a couple of trees and just use her scimitar to break off a few branches, just mainly to get some kindling.
Okay.
And she'll turn. I keep on wanting to call you AJ, but you're not AJ. It's you're Rin. So she'll turn to Rin. So as she's gathering, my mom taught me a lot of things when I was young, but I didn't really put much stock into it. But after meeting Kurtz with his ghost affliction, I think, well, since we have the opportunity to do so, we might as well put whatever precautions we can to make sure it's not catching, even though it's better safe than sorry in my eyes.
All right. I mean, an ounce of precaution certainly is fine. I don't think you have anything to worry about. I was in the Ethereal realm for a while. I never saw a ghost. So I think he's clean. He's just slightly mentally disturbed.
Just in case, with all these, I mean, even if we don't believe in ghosts, there are horsemen and things more powerful than us, and if this allows even some little bit of protection, I think it's wise to do. And she'll just start setting up a little teepee of kindling to light a fire.
Okay.
So, and she'll start using like her flint and steel to just like light it. Nope. And then she'll kick it out and give you a look.
Oh, sorry. I thought it's easier for me. I can light and snuff anything with magic.
So, I'm aware that you can do this, but in order for the ritual to work, you have to use it by the work of your own hands.
Oh, okay. I'll just observe.
Okay.
Continue.
And she will get out her scimitar and cut off some more branches.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
So, orcs tend to believe that everything in nature, everything that is and was, is just a constant flow of energy. Whether it be a plant, a living creature, or even just the rocks or the water, everything has a sort of spirit. And when a person dies, that energy is just passed on into a new form. And so when you take a life, you honor that passing by taking a piece of them and also giving up a small piece for yourself as respect, in hopes that no hard feelings or disrespect are kept. And at this point, she lights the fire with her own kindling, and it starts to catch.
Okay.
And
I
so,
subtly make a motion to make an illusion of a raccoon appear next to her, and then I use prestidigitation to make a da 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 da.
Oh, like a Pocahontas?
Yep.
Okay.
okay. she pokes the raccoon in her eye.
The blue corn moon!
Yeah.
Okay.
She will take out her pouch that contains the hair from the bandit clan that we killed.
Okay.
And she will also take out a very small dagger, actually. You notice that this actually seems a little bit too small for her hand, even though she is just a teenager. And you'll see that what she has done, she has wrapped what looks like a leather belt around the handle to make it big enough for her to fit.
Okay.
Does it look more like a small, like, surgical kind of cutting knife, like that kind of tiny?
More like a homemade shiv.
Maybe like a fillet kind of thing, like a really small blade.
Not
No?
very, very homemade, like very rough iron, and that possibly was not made by a blacksmith.
Right, stone sharpened kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with that, she will take each lock of hair and she will drop it into the fire, and then she will just make a small cut on her finger and squeeze, and a few drops of her blood will follow each lock of hair into the fire.
Okay, so as Urgra is beginning to do this ritual, I'm curious, just table talk wise, not necessarily what you're saying out loud, but how does Rin feel about watching Urgra do this? Obviously, you're being respectful and letting her do the thing, but how, with your heritage and your background, what's going through Rin's mind at this point?
Curious, quaint, dirty, unclean, savage. That's pretty much like his progression of thoughts going into that kind of like.
Okay.
Well,
At the same time, it's the biggest one is curiosity.
Oh, okay. Okay. Go ahead, continue, Urgra.
Why did you spill blood?
Because, as I said, in order to ward off any sort of ill feelings for possibly making them pass before it was their time, I give up a little bit of myself in recompense.
So, would it work if we perhaps took some of Kurtz's blood and did this for him?
I offered for Kurtz to observe the same as you, but he did not express interest, and from what I've been taught, if the offer of blood is not clearly given, it doesn't have any standing.
Ah.
I'm hoping, as I didn't actually kill these individuals myself, perhaps my own sacrifice may bear some sort of weight.
Urgra, you did kill some.
Some, but definitely not all of them.
No, you killed at least 5.
Definitely not all of them.
When you did the explosion, at least 4 died. I saw you shoot one.
I'm not quite sure what your argument is. I'm not disagreeing that I killed some. I'm saying I didn't kill every single individual.
Oh, no. You killed most, I would say.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And we'll continue.
Oh, you're welcome! One is glad to be of service.
And yeah.
Okay.
And after just another few minutes of just doing the same thing, you see that she will just she is on her knees this entire time, just in sort of a relaxed pose, and she will just take a moment of silence. And then after that, she will take her water skin and just pour out over the flame, extinguishing it.
After extinguishing it and watching the smoke kind of rise from everything, you're well aware that your companions don't understand any of this. And they don't need to. This is definitely a moment for you to kind of tap into some of yourself that you've kind of put on the back burner while going on this adventure with these other people. And I think that this would definitely just be like this moment where you can just kind of take in a deep breath of fresh air and just kind of remember some of the things of your past that don't necessarily have any relevance in the modern time, but it's a really nostalgic moment, and as you get up and get to walk away from it, even if nobody got anything out of this, Urgra definitely did. This was a great moment for her, and it doesn't matter how anyone else. And good job. You did good.
Was your mother a druid?
Probably that's the closest term I've heard, but I think the closer translation is shaman. And when, after a war party would return from battle, they would each bring their trophies, some as small as a lock of hair, others larger, such as maybe a head. And she would lead them through this ritual herself.
Interesting. And if she did this for all of your tribesmen, who does it now when she's gone?
When she died, I left the tribe, and so I'm not really sure.
Was this your responsibility?
She died when I was 6, so I wasn't really very trained up to take her place.
She wasn't training you to be a replacement?
Not really at that point. I was the only non-full orc in the entire tribe, and I'm pretty sure it's only my mother's status that kept me alive in that environment.
Right.
So you had to flee for survival.
There wasn't so much fleeing, I was taken.
Taken?
Yes. My mother was killed by the Revenant. And when they saw me with my eyes, they took me.
Why did they kill her?
Well, I'm not entirely sure, but given what the time thing is messing with my head, but Tavaria didn't like necromancy, and as we both know, there is no official school for necromancy.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was a practitioner, and so it's possible I don't, but then again, also Orcish tribes who tend to be aggressive and expand and take what's not theirs, so I would guess one of those two reasons, but as I've never had any confirmation.
Quick question. Pause that. You can keep going, Rin. How does Urgra currently feel religiously about the temple, but most importantly about the three goddesses and their role and everything? What's her kind of spiritual take on everything?
I mean, she believes they're real after being transported into a demi-plane with a crystal alundra.
Okay.
She doesn't know. I mean, she's been asking questions that she feels are pretty common, or pretty logical, what do you want me to do? Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Well, fuck.
Okay.
And so she believes they exist, but she doesn't really know what's being asked of her.
Absolutely. Okay, give me a religion check with advantage.
First roll of the night.
-2. That's an 11.
An 11. Okay, so there's a lot of confusion, uncertainty. You guys are learning a lot of things that somebody shouldn't learn. It seems like maybe there's some naps in religious knowledge that everybody should know that you just seem like you don't know. A lot of confusion. But after this morning's moment, something has become clear for you, is that even if the Revenant don't have a school of magic, and even if the temple deems necromancy as a forbidden sect of school, it's taboo, you have this reminiscent feeling that it has its place in the world. And if all magic comes from the goddesses, and if the goddesses actually created everything, there's a purpose and a reason for all of it. And even though your mother had necromancy ties, and the common world would say that it's a bad thing, you walk away with this feeling of that's just the wrong perception, that there is a time and a place for it and a way to connect to the goddesses in some sort of fashion. Okay.
So this happened 6 years from now.
6 years ago, approximately, from when we are right now, yes.
Yes. It's just curious. I don't necessarily believe Tavaria had much power at that time. I don't even know how old she would have been, since she's barely an adult at this age.
Well, as I said, even if Tavaria hadn't officially outlawed it, the Revenants definitely have never been big fans of necromancy, at least from what I was taught.
But speaking of the Revenant themselves, obviously you have Revenant blood in you, it's obvious. Can't deny it. How exactly did your father conceive you?
I have no idea.
Your mother never shared that story.
No, she did not.
Well, perhaps maybe one day we should be able to ask her if we can find our own means to unlocking her secrets.
Yeah. If we do, she was a force of nature, so just, if you do, be prepared.
No, I'm sure if you tell us, or if you tell her that we are your friends, she won't be as wrathful. Is she quite hateful to most outsiders, other races?
I mean, I was raised in a small village and mostly in a hut for my first little bit of childhood, so I don't really know. I don't know.
Well, that's fair enough. Perhaps maybe it might have been your father who actually chose to send the Revenant after you.
Well, that's a dark thought I hadn't had before. Thank you for that.
Why wouldn't it make sense if you were born of his and he saw you had the eyes, and particularly he didn't like you being brought up in that environment? He might have sent them out to... Because once you were taken by the Revenant, what happened after that?
Well, they have a certain program where individuals who have partial Revenant blood, children, are sent to be educated. Sort of like, I guess, what you'd call boarding school, I guess.
No, yes. I'm familiar with this. I've seen a few of them around.
I was sent to that. Didn't fit me very well at all. And so I ran away.
Well, I suppose the simplest solutions for you are the easiest to follow.
Is that an insult?
Right? ...
Damn.
Not necessarily an insult, it is a statement. It is a way for me to understand your character further. I shall be aware of perhaps your future judgments and your course of action accordingly.
Okay. Thank God you make good omelets. Let's go.
Of course, we could even talk about more theories. Perhaps even your father might have been somehow charmed or coerced into creating you because your mother needed to have maybe some reason for your birth. Maybe she saw something or was given some divine insight and required a daughter that had half-blood of a Revenant.
You're making me seem like a very big deal when I think you're barking up the wrong tree there, man.
Well, if you said your mother was as powerful as that, she might have had some connection to something from the beyond. And most things that at least exist in the afterlife are somehow influenced by celestial forces, so perhaps there might be something. You never know.
Well, until we find some way to meet her without apparently getting killed for using necromancy, I don't think we're going to find those answers anytime soon.
Well, we have at least a good 20 years to figure something out.
Oh boy.
And not to mention the fact that you were picked by Alundra, well, Crystal Alundra at least, so we might have something special about you might not yet know.
I'd like to think... I didn't get to know my mother as well as I would really like to, but I'd like to think that I wasn't just some means to an end.
It would be a nice thought. Oh, by the way, sit over there. I'll get the plates ready for you. I'm just going to wake up Kurtz and Finley.
Actually,
All
with Finley, you awaken very suddenly. You just kind of jerk awake, and something has startled you, and it takes you a moment to kind of figure out where the hell you are, like what's going on. And there's a halfling that is laying next to you with this super ornate, wrapped up hood, and there's this long fancy feather, and it was kind of drooping, and it was tickling you on the nose. And so it kind of like, as you were breathing, it kind of tickled, and it like totally just woke you up. And so you awaken, suddenly you jerk, and there's this halfling who's just kind of sprawled out on this beanbag right next to you, with this thing is right in your face, and he's just snoring like, the anime bubble.
It's a boy.
So when the feather wakes me up, I'm gonna be like, I never touched her. What? What? Oh. And then like the headache kind of hits instantly. Like wait, hold on, that was way too quick to be sitting up here. And as I'm holding my head, I'll look around the room, and what do I see? What? A halfling what now? And a hat? And what else goes on here?
So the feather,
how many saddles,
the feather, he's kind of like laying adjacent to where you are. So you're not laying like side by side. It's kind of like perpendicular to you, and that, some fancy feather that's on the hat was kind of drooping over. And it's like this long peacock one, like super gaudy, super, but it had been tickling you on the face, and that's what woke you up. Definitely earlier than you wanted to wake up. So that leaves you kind of, like, what the fuck, guy? You, guy? The knife hand.
Clothed?
Oh, yeah, they're clothed. Yeah, for sure.
That was my next question. Okay.
But give me a perception check, Finley, as you startle yourself awake.
Oh shit! What? Oi! Oh shit!
Alright, so you're very, very distracted, but you do hear, it sounds like maybe a harp noise, some kind of stringed instrument, which, you're very distracted, so it doesn't seem like a big deal, but everyone's kind of asleep, so where could it be coming from? That's weird. There's nobody.
So
There's
in this room where I don't really remember where I am.
Mhm.
There's a halfling man sprawled across the bed with a big feather.
No, he's on like this beanbag chair.
You said beanbag.
Yeah,
right,
you're
right.
on your own. They're like this big, lush, comfortable
Yeah.
seats, but yeah, his is right adjacent to you.
All right, we woke up in the Hangover movie.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
whatever
You don't
thing. Got it.
recognize this guy. You don't remember anything,
There's a tiger in the
but
closet.
he was
Okay, got
awfully
it.
close to you. Yeah.
Got it, okay. Do I recognize this halfling? Like either from before knowledge and or last night remembering a face drunken knowledge or not?
Your memory of last night is actually far worse than you thought it would be. So you're kind of off put. Like, you look around and just judging by like the remnants of the room, it seemed like you had a lot of fun, and whatever happened, people had a good time. You probably were a center of attention for a lot of it naturally, but
Makes sense.
you don't remember a lot. Like, you got a lot more schmammered than Finley intended to.
Finley shenanigans.
Schmammerdigans, yeah.
Schmammerdigans. Well, what stays in Horrifying, what happens in Horrifying stays in Horrifying. All right. So I set the scene here. There's this only one halfling on the beanbag. Everything else in here is just me and this dude.
Yep. But you do hear some kind of like harp noise, occasional note, just kind of blum, blim.
Can I tell if it's in this
Bloom.
room or coming from the hallway, or is there a
It's-
closet in here?
It seems to be in an adjacent room, but close enough to where you can definitely hear it, but you don't see
Here's
what
the
it
wall
is.
kind of
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. What's this Finley shenanigan do here? He's been in this situation before. Probably the best idea to just fucking pack up and go. Do I see my shit anywhere? Do I see like my adventuring backpack?
Oh yeah.
with-
Yeah.
Okay. Are my fuzzy manacles out? Do I see them anywhere? Are they out? Were they used, or are they still in the backpack? 'Cause that's probably
Still in the backpack as you kind of do a once over of your inventory. Seems like everything's where it should be.
All right. All right. Quick. Right. Okay. I hear a blink. I'm gonna wake this guy up. I'll be like, just gently nudge this beanbag. Like, oi.
Okay.
Wake up!
And as you kick the beanbag from your adjacent beanbag, he kind of,
Right.
how did I run for 5 more minutes or whatever, and he'll kind of roll over.
Oh, hold on. No, Fred. Hey. No, hold on. I'm not kicking hard enough to hurt anyone. I'm just trying to.
Right.
Come on, that little bit above a gentle shove. Just come on. Come on, man.
At that point, he will take the big fancy frou-frou hat off, and he'll just chuck it straight at you and just kind of curl back up into a ball.
Okay, come on. All right. Hey, if you don't want to wake up, hey, where are we? Hey, hello. I'm not gonna slap him. Just come on, give me something here, man.
And you'll kind of see him roll over, and his eyes open, just completely bloodshot, and you'll just see this look of pure evil and hatred.
Oh, okay. Never mind. How about you just kind of, okay? Like trying to yep, you're good. I'll just. Can I try to turn him back over?
Yeah, you can turn him. Yeah, and he'll go straight back to He was not pleased with that.
Okay, all right. Well, all right. So I'm gonna get my adventuring backpack, and I'm gonna take that guy's fucking hat because.
He gave it to you.
Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah.
It was a gift. Yeah, he was thanking you.
You threw it directly at me. I thought that was mine now. Okay, so I will get my shit and slowly fucking tiptoe out of the room here. And now that I got a better understanding, do I kind of sort of recognize where I am? Am I in HotA anymore?
Yeah, you're still in HotA. So
who knows? Who fucking knows?
You're kind of in this back adjacent room. So the building that you're in, that's next to the Jester's Pride. There were some stairs that led up into it, and there's a lot of smaller rooms. But then there was kind of like this crow's nest area where another set of these really steep, this steep ladder stairs leads up to the kind of this loft area that's kind of off in this kitty corner area off of this building.
Right,
and
the crow's nest in Jester's Pride. Yeah,
right. And there's tons of bean bags and stuff like that. This just seems kind of like a one of those kid tree forts kind of a thing where you put up a sign that says like "No girls allowed" kind of a thing. There's juice boxes. Yeah, there's you're definitely just completely you just feel like 12-year-old kids. A little club.
It doesn't say "No girls allowed." Nose crossed out. It says all hot girls allowed.
Yeah. Hot girls welcome. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So all right. So I take my shit and I have my hat on now. Can I kind of get an idea? I know I got a 7 perception here, but now I'm in the hall. Can I just kind of give it a second to see gather my bearings and also where that heart noise is coming from?
Sure. Yeah. As you look around, as you climb down this ladder and you look in this next kind of common area of this building, there seems to be kind of this water piping system, a spout that comes out of the wall, and it seems to be kind of like this leaking faucet, and it's kind of dripping, and the water drips seem to be coming down to this little mini harp instrument that's kind of fixated into the shelf of it. It doesn't seem to be like a hand washing faucet. The faucet doesn't seem to be doesn't produce as much water, but the water drops as it comes off. There's these couple little different places the water can accumulate and drip. And those water drops hit different strings on this little mini harp.
Okay. Do I see anyone in this bathroom situation kind of thing, or is just a...
Nope. Just you walk around checking it out, and that seems to be the only thing of interest. It doesn't seem like it does anything, but that just was the thing that was producing that sound.
Yeah, right. Okay. I will look around, give it a once over.
That's it. Yeah. Everything else is just normal cupboards, maybe an article of clothing on the ground,
Nope. I like harps, so that's that's a silly fiddly fetish that I have. So yeah, I'm taking that.
Oh, it's actually held in. So if you're wanting to take it,
the harp. No, if it's connected to the wall, then I won't take it.
It's held in place. You can maybe break it out if you wanted. Is that what you wanted to do?
That's fine. I thought it was just kind of sitting there.
No, it's kind of this structure, and it's kind of held in. You don't understand what the hell it does or why it's there.
What did we do last night? Breaking walls and water pipes are breaking and shit? Okay, all right. Well, mental note for later then. I thought it was just sitting there. If it's in the wall, that's
no, it was purpose built, but you're not sure what the purpose was.
Oh, that's weird. All right, down we go. Continuing down.
Okay, so you go down the next level and you see Kurt's sleeping, and he looks so peaceful. Just laying there, just, like maybe like a vampire. He's just like awkward pose, just laying there. But he just like the first time you've ever just seen true serenity from Kurtz Glaskin's body. His face is just no pain, no worries. He's just.
Okay.
Is he sleeping in his 25-pound chest?
Hold on. I checked that out. It can hold 12 cubic feet of equipment, so technically, I could.
It's your own private coffin that you carry.
Yeah, it's like, who needs a tent when I've got my 25-pound chest?
That's
Waterproof.
I can
Like a
contortion
crab,
into it and then
Pop out and stab things.
I'm even more proud that you took the time to look that up. That's amazing. All right. So when I see him lying there, I'm gonna slowly creep up, and I'm just gonna stand there for a minute and just look at him and be like, "Oh, you did get to kill some things yesterday, didn't you, big guy? Oh, you look just so peaceful sitting here. You're like a little babe. I'm going to try to pet his hair.
Okay.
Just a little Kurt's pet.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
All right. Is it an advantage because he's sleeping?
Nope.
Or is he like?
Nope. It's actually not.
Oh God! Oh God!
don't forget now to reroll.
Okay.
Hold on.
Kurtz.
I can reroll that.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and reroll it.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right. So, Kurtz, you've been up for a while, and you just decided to lay back down just because you're out of pure boredom. You're completely 100% awake and conscious, and you heard Finley coming down and him kind of like looking at stuff and talking to himself. Like, you are very aware that he's in the same part of the building, and he walks up and just runs his fingers through your hair.
Just very gently be like, "You did so good yesterday, Kurt."
And it's very apparent. He obviously thinks you're asleep. You haven't opened your eyes, but what would you like to do? Or not do. And you hear the occasional plong, pling, dong, coming from the little water drip harp.
You look so peaceful. So good.
Okay. What I want to do is just like reach out and grab him and just like scream in his face.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
What do you get?
Ah! You're a vampire! I'm sorry. You just look so peaceful, and I'll let you go back to sleep. I'm sorry.
I'll just sort of grab him and scream and be like, "Morning," and then just put him down.
Okay. Oh, all right. My whole happening life is flashed before my eyes, Kurtz Glaskin. Oh, okay.
And it was pretty boring.
You can't say that about Finley's life.
Yeah, that's true.
Good morning. Can I get you anything? Yeah, that's right. I was coming down to see if you need. Do you want anything for breakfast? Maybe some cow water or something there, Kurtz Glaskin? So very worried about what just happened.
I do have to get back to Candoria soon.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I don't know what time it is, but I'm just happy I'm still in the same town because I don't really remember much. But if you need to go back to sleep, please, by all means. You looked like you were in a thing there. I didn't mean to wake you. I'm so sorry.
And as you guys are kind of going back and forth in this awkward moment of morning weirdness, the smells of all these different foods from the unseen servants, just the next tier down. This seems like a very awkwardly shaped building, but it makes sense for halflings. It's just a lot of little upscaling building, layers to this building. But the next one down, you can hear the smell of sizzling bacon. You can hear, or whatever his gourmandess had concocted. The unseen servants are down there finishing up the work. So there's, if there's pancakes, the pancakes are just flipping. You don't see why they're flipping. They're just flipping over. Like all these,
Wizards.
yeah.
There's no saucepan flipping. There's an invisible hand just picking and then turning.
Exactly. You just see like the things moving and the food's making itself, but it's like it's not a shock to you sitting before, but it's one of those things where you're just like, that happening. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, Kurtz. Yep. Okay, bye. And I'm going to do that very awkward, like, just slowly start backtracking out of whatever room we're in. Just, okay. That little tiptoey kind of thing. And I will try to go back downstairs.
Okay, so as you go down to the next level, you just see this floating cup of kawa just being presented to you. Almost like you had ordered it, but hadn't yet, and it's there for you. And it's exactly the one you wanted. It just, these unseen servants seem to be getting to know your routine.
I like it. I like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Don't trust the ghosts.
Exactly. And it's
Thank you.
the 4 packets of sugar and the 2 things of cream are exactly like you like it. You didn't even have to ask this time.
Oh, that's fantastic. This is exactly the way I like it. And I'm just looking around. There's literally no one in here.
There's nobody in here, yeah.
With the enchanted phantasmal fucking cookware all cooking. It's like, oh my gosh. Okay, I will sit down. What happens now?
Right as you sit down, the front door opens up, and Rin and Urgra are coming back in, finishing up their conversation.
Oh, hello.
Oh, never mind. He's already awake.
You're up early.
Not by my own choice. Just, I could have probably slept a little bit longer, but this is fantastic. I'm guessing this is your doing here, Wizard, yes?
Yes. You've got your coffee.
Yeah, right. Yep. 4 sugars, 2 creamers. There it is. Right on there. Right on the spot. And I'm guessing like a plate's probably coming over by now. I'm like,
Oh, of course.
yeah, right.
There you are.
There we are. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Where's you 2 off to? I'm not even gonna wait for a response. Start eating into that shit.
Insert small talk here as I actually focus on eating. Yes.
Yeah, right. I'm listening.
Right.
Just
You're doing a ritual.
A ritual? What?
Urgra's ritual for honoring the dead.
honoring those that you've actually killed in battle. Yes.
Seems like a waste of time.
Oh, Kurtz, where'd you go? Jesus Christ.
Impressive. He's not very stealthy, Finley.
I mean, he was right down the stairs.
No, I didn't know he followed me. I didn't know he followed me.
You two saw him coming down. He's stretched. You know, he wasn't hiding anything. But Finley was like, "Oh!"
Very
Projectile thing of food comes out of his mouth.
Okay.
Oh, Kurtz. Oh, that's twice now. You got to be here today. It's not even noon. Okay.
It's not even 7.
What? What time is it? What? I will look out the window. Is there a window in here?
There's no window. And that pisses you off. There should be a window in this room, and there's not. You need to see what time it is.
Right.
God's damn it.
Well, I'll just turn and open the door I just shut. Here, look through the door.
I will, with food in my mouth, get up from the table, walk out to the door goes outside, I'm guessing, right?
Yes, it does. Yeah, this is the bottom level.
Ah! No!
Finley, it's barely not dark.
What? Oh, it's still dark out?
Well, it's dawn.
Why am I up right now?
I love how you've only been back in Halfling area in less than 24 hours, and you're instantly reverted back to the Halfling habits of, Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, we got up for noon. First and second breakfast, guys.
Yeah.
Kurtz, do you want some more kawa?
No, I have to get back to Candoria. I have to sell my life away
But I
today.
think
You need to be outfitted.
Outfitted. Oh, your responsibility. Doesn't, you requested a week off, didn't you?
I think he has to get his armor and all of his equipment and that sort of thing first.
And be fitted and all that. Oh, very well. Still, we also do have the tournament that Magma Jaw will be doing up at the Bane's Hold.
I'm gonna kill him.
I don't think that's a good idea to necessarily kill someone randomly.
Well, it's a tournament with combat, so, accidents happen.
Well, I'd like to know how skilled you are at suddenly making accidents appear for...
I don't know where the arrow came from, but it went straight into the back of his neck. I don't know.
I don't even know how to use one of these flimflams. That's what it's called, right? A
I
flimflam?
was using it to floss my chest.
But honestly,
I think perhaps, Ogre, you might just be a little bit overestimating your skills at your current age.
No, I was actually referring to Kurt's accident, pulling some sort of ruse that killed him and then, like, knocking him out, then just tripping on him several times or something.
I was just gonna
Are you
snap.
joking? This is Kurt. Are you joking?
I mean,
This is the man who charged an individual, tripped and fell, and landed flat on his face before the thing ran away.
hey, it was a hashtag stealth charge, alright?
Yeah, get it right.
Get your fucking strats right, alright?
I mean, regardless, we can at least find out what this event even is. All we know is it's some sort of combat tournament. For all we know, it could be teams or something like that.
Well, he is facing a beast, that's all I know.
Mhm.
It's a flamed fight against a creature.
And Ren, give me a history check.
Rin, I'm good with history. 11, yeah. I'm
Okay.
baller.
Yeah, as far as this particular year, you're not sure, but it does ring a bell that some Banes, some, the more powerful higher ones, they definitely did spread exaggerated tales of fighting monstrosities up at the Bane area. But as far as your history knowledge knows, some of it may actually be more true than the common non-Bane folk think. They obviously think it's more very, very exaggerated, but from what you gathered, it's more true than not.
I will be curious to inquire to see the truth behind some of these tales, but I also do know that we want to double check to be sure that our message got through when we sent the general and his companion, very odd companion at that, if they told them about the aurora that were about to appear that night, and hopefully the word was spread accurately.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think if we go there right to Candoria, that is, first thing in the morning, I mean, your outfitting shouldn't take more than a few hours, should it? If you requested this week off.
What?
Did you not hear me?
Duck?
I heard you.
Oh, you didn't hear me?
Take a few hours.
Mm-mm.
I was just gonna say, if we go first thing in the morning, then if it only takes a few hours to get your equipment and to meet the important people, then we should be out of there by noon or something. That'd give us plenty of time to get back to Mount Vottun, where the tournament's being held.
There's plenty of time in the day left to kill Magma Jaw. I agree.
I think we might want to put that on the shelf at the moment.
What?
Oh, if nothing
It
else.
might not be the best time for you to exact revenge on an individual at your current strength.
Or kill him.
You're not necessarily the strongest. Kurtz, you were knocked out by Tavaria, you said.
And a frog.
Meh. A woman knocked you out.
What are you trying to say, Ren?
I'm just saying he's not at his current
What are you
strength.
trying to say,
anymore.
Wizard?
I'm going right back to eating.
I suggest we use strategy and guile. Perhaps there might be something that you'll be able to learn and be able to maybe take him out in the future rather than now. There's nothing that you can gain from him being, if you so choose to murder now. If you did so, you might hinder yourself, you might be caught, you might fail miserably.
If nothing else, you can observe him to battle this beast and learn what types of techniques he uses. Because unless I'm mistaken, none of you have actually ever seen this Magma Jaw in combat before.
Indeed, we've not.
I'm gonna guess he has a Magma Jaw.
Right, and I mean, it is right there at the beginning.
I was
Something.
looking at more of a red beard as opposed to an actual jaw made of magma.
Liquid magma.
That would be pretty cool. I feel like if he had a jaw of magma, that'd be much more imposing. And
I also feel like you wouldn't stand a chance if he just turned his head.
nah.
Anyway, let's go back to Candoria proper and get this captain's ship taken care of, shall we?
All right. Well, all right. If that's what we're gonna do, and I'm already up way before any halfling should ever be up in the day, but whatever. All right, might as well make use of the day. I just need a little bit of time to do two quick things here, and then we can just jolly right off. All right.
Alright.
All right.
You guys can even stay here if you want. I shouldn't be too long.
All right.
Unless you want to come with, then it's up to you. It doesn't matter.
Are you going somewhere dangerous?
No, I don't think so. No.
I'll
I'm
just
actually-
send a Rhine with you just in case.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
I'll say the
My
three.
bird.
The,
Oh, there he goes. To you.
Oh, if
Okay.
I had one, how cool would that be? That's like, oh, thank you.
we need to build up our
Oh.
props so when we actually share stuff character to character, you like put it in. All right, so the three of you are gonna be wrapping up breakfast, getting all your stuff ready to go, so that way by the time Finley gets back, you guys can just hit the road. All right, Finley. So you kind of this has been a weird morning. You woke up weird. Kurtz was acting weird. They came in being all weird. Like, what the fuck's going on? All right.
Yeah, right. This is not Horror Florida. This is not what I remember. Everyone's acting like a bunch
Right.
of weirdo.
So you just need a halfling moment, to re-halfling yourself, and just, as you walk out the door and you just see everything is the perfect size. All the buildings, everything around, the little well that's on the ground, like, it's halfling size. And it's about damn time that you're in an area that just respects who you are and doesn't try to, demasculinize you. Is that the word I'm looking for? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are there halflings moving about?
No.
Okay.
Nope, they're all
I was
fucking...
hoping to see a street.
No, they're out. They're out. But these rude adventurers that you're with, they don't understand halflings. They woke your ass up. You're up, so you can go do whatever you need to do. But
It's heartbreaking, really.
but it's their fault. Even if they didn't, it's their fault.
Not trying to take in the culture or nothing.
Right. The disrespect, man.
Save a town, leave. All right. All right. No, and that's I'll walk. My first stop, by the way, DM, is I would like to go to see a Dorfus if I could, real quick.
Okay.
Be 2 seconds.
Let's see. Where would Adorphus be? He would be.
Do people sleep in Banff? In the
No,
headquarters,
they
or
don't. That's all like business related. It's like where
Right.
they. So you're not actually sure where he lives.
Well, I mean, I've been to Florida before, and I know what Dorf is.
Yeah,
At least know where shops are, and I know where Delilah lives. Yeah, I can at least do that.
you could do those two. You could, wake somebody up and ask where he lives and find out that way. But as far as
I got this.
you specifically don't know where he lives.
Cool. Are there any? I know it's Halfling Village, right? But is there anyone who actually has any shops open here? One that might have any kind of musical instruments to it?
This early in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah, this hour, they're all closed.
Probably not so much. Okay, fair enough.
But as you're going around and you happen to find the shop, the door is unlocked.
We just trust everyone, don't
And
we?
it actually is cracked open.
He's banging your wife.
Who is? A dwarf. You mean the music shop?
Yep.
Is
The door is slightly ajar. And for
All right.
Kurtz, the door is literally not ajar. That means it's open just a little bit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we don't live in jars.
Right. I know Dylan knows that, but just in case Kurtz was listening.
We are some people. All right, so I will just do a little. If I see that, I'll give a little creak, like, "Hello, anyone? Anyone awake?
You hear no noise.
Is there anybody awake here?" Nothing. Okay,
Nothing.
Interesting. Now, this is a kind of town where, for the most part, people have their shops on the first floor, maybe live above, kind of thing.
That is a very good deduction. Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay. All right. I'm just going to slowly creep in and do one of those weird things where it's like, no, I'm not here to hurt anyone, just here to purchase something. And I'm just going to walk up. Do I see any kind of musical instruments in here? Like,
Yep, they're all hung on the walls. They're all, like the shop part is definitely still set up.
Okay.
And as you look over, there seems to be this there's this wooden box that's on the counter with a little slot, and it says honor code or says something like that. So
fair enough. Okay,
if somebody comes in, it just seems like the halfling way of business is if the shop is closed, you just
Great.
put the money in the box and they trust you'll pay for it.
Okay, cool. So, all right, I'm just looking for something particular. It'll be like 2 seconds, and I'm gonna look for ukuleles.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. There's several to pick from. What kind are you looking for? You know, is there a particular type of wood?
I'm gonna look for yeah, I want to look for like the nicest one. I know Melody had one that was the one that we kind of exchanged the bag for hers, but that did not come with me.
Is there a temple shift where he sees that one?
Yeah, is there? That's what I was thinking. Like, is there any that resembles the one that we traded with?
Yes.
Or even nicer. Okay. Yeah.
Yep,
If there's one that looks kind of similar from my mental imaging, I will pick up that one.
Yep. Okay.
Hold on. Where did that go? Anyway. Okay, so I will pick up that one.
Okay.
And as I'm picking up, you're like, yep, just taking one ukulele off of your hands here, and I'm depositing. I'm like going to put them two gold coins. Sure.
That's way more than it's needed.
Yep, nope, that's fine.
Okay.
Just putting it in here. Nothing. Everything's fine. And I'll put 2 gold coins in, and I'll slowly. That's all I wanted to do.
Okay. And as you deposit the coins, you see this kind of like automaton little halfling thing pop out of the box, and it's like, "Thank you for the business," and it's kind of like a cuckoo clock. And then it just retreats back in.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
You're welcome. I'm talking to a box. I'm talking to a mechanical box. Okay, bye! Alright, and I will slowly reclose the door, but not close it, leave it the way I found it.
Leave it ajar? Okay.
Leave it ajar.
Okay.
Alright, stop number 1.
Okay.
Stop number 2. I should know where Delilah lives, yes?
Yes, you do.
Oh, cool. Alright, that's stop number 2. I will head over that direction.
Okay.
And when I get there, I will do a little gentle, do I see like smoke coming out of the chimney, or can I get a little tap on the door there?
You see no smoke, you can tap on the door, but there is no answer, and it dawns on you just the way Herdeflurgan is.
Yep.
You just kind of, if you need to go somewhere, you just go in, and you don't. It's
no one is awake at this
They
town.
kind of operate on the bet. It's better to ask for forgiveness if they're offended than ask for permission, because that's a huge inconvenience. If we all just intend good, then it's fine.
Okay, all right, fair enough. How do I want to do this? I didn't say I took my bag with, did I? Shit. Okay. Yep, sure. Why not? So the door's unlocked on our system, halfling thing. Okay.
Yep.
I will open the door really silently.
Okay.
Nothing. Moving
Nope.
around.
So the front door kind of walks into this area that looks like it's the kitchen and a pantry kind of an area. There's some other doors that lead to other places, but it's kind of this common area as you first walk in.
All right. Cool.
You see some pictures of the baby everywhere. No pictures of you.
No shit. All right, that's fine.
Question.
Okay.
How's there a picture of the baby?
They are drawn. Yeah.
Okay. I thought we had photography in this.
No, like hand drawn sketches of the baby.
All right.
Good? Or is it like a 2-year-old you're in crayon?
I would allow you a perception check, but you're not there, Kurtz.
Fair enough. All right, really quietly then, because I did take my money with me because I wanted to buy some stuff, which was okay. I'm going to very silently creep over to the table. Creep in the silent way, not the creepy way.
Okay.
And I will take out like a little pouch, and I will put in there. I will put in there 57 gold pieces in this pouch.
Wow.
And I will do I see anything to write with?
For 57 gold, what do you want?
Okay. I mean, I just didn't know if there was anything like in the kitchen or somewhere where I could just like a quick note.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. So I will just very gingerly sneak over to like a desk area or something.
Okay.
And pull out some quill and pen and just be like, Delilah, this is for our little one. Make sure she gets the best education / musical services the best money can buy, and I will sit this on the table with the 57 gold pieces and the note and the ukulele laying on there, and I will slowly creep my ass out of there too.
Awesome. I love it.
Cool.
Good stuff.
Oh, and also on the way over to Delilah's, on the back of the ukulele, I just scratched like a little musical note, just a little one.
Okay.
Under there. Then I do that thing. Okay. Cool. Okay, 2 out of 3 stops. One more. Okay. There's still no one awake, right?
Not
It's
at all.
7:30.
Yep.
Okay. All right, then I'll have to save this other thing I was planning for next time I ever see a Dorfus. That's fine. Okay, so 2 out of 3 completed. That probably took all of whatever time, and then I go back and meet up with my homies.
All right. All right, we will go on our first break, and when we come back, we can set off from her to Flurgan back to Candoria or wherever you guys want to go. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us. We got a little bit of lore for you guys to watch about the characters. If you're new to the channel, please leave us a follow. It really helps us out. And check out our YouTube so you can catch up on any old past videos. And
click the notifications button.
Yes.
Because even I didn't do that for some other shows that I watch. I follow, but I don't press just a little boop, and then you get the notification when stuff goes on. So yeah, that's like super important. I thought it automatically did that when you followed something, but apparently not. So
nope.
That's apparently Ferguson, but whatever.
Click on the bell icon so you can get notified when we go live. All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Bye.
The dice are telling me it's a 20. We're sticking with it. Okay, just go. I'm gonna go over here because I'm gonna film this shit. I'm just gonna go.
Yes, this is my daughter Melody.
Ah! Oh.
You shall find justice upon your soul. Turn it into a, let's go with a gelatinous cube.
Okay.
And I'll let it just go ahead and sit there and start dissolving the place up.
Yeah, we're on our phones.
No, we're paying attention. Yeah, we're focused.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah.
I'll just sort of run my finger through the scar that goes across my head. Indeed. Grab it by the head, start slamming the skull into the stone wall next to me until the skull just shatters. Bend the fucking knee, peasants.
I'm gonna burn a lucky point.
Okay.
Oh my god!
It's meant to be.
Tell Caldevar, if you can, please, sir, that Kurtz Glaskin is going.
Come up to Ren and say, speaking of teamwork, do you have any offensive spells at all?
Right? He's got, really scruffy, nasty beard. He kind of kicks his foot. Ow! Down! And he just starts going off on this rift. Martha will turn to the crowd and he'll go, "Are you not entertained?" Hail, brave adventurer!
Hello there, everyone's favourite halfling bard, Finley Shenanigan here. Being the soulful adventurer that I am, and known for telling a tale or two, pull up a stool to grab a pint as I tell you a story about my favourite hero, me. In my years of travelling, I met people of all walks and cultures. Although the Horsemen coming didn't affect me directly, I saw the toll they left behind. The destruction and devastation these villainous beings left in their wake sparked something within me. How was I, Finley Shenanigan, to become the greatest, most legendary bard that Candoria had ever seen, if no one was around to behold my glory? More importantly, where is Alundra? When will she be back? And what will she be wearing? Hopefully something revealing. Anywho, setting on my journey, I shared my glamour with those who had never witnessed such pure, unadulterated excellence before. My legacy was to replace their despair and unite the people for the war yet to come. In the end of the day, everyone can be a hero. Everyone has a little adventure inside of them. And if you don't, would you like one?
Salutations. I am Rin Anoran, historian of Candoria, renowned problem solver, an elf of esteemed conscience. When I became of age, I set out as a Rena and departed from my home of Othalos to the city of Egoras to study the arcane arts. With some difficulties, I was able to teach myself while working as a scribe in the library of Alashar. There, I produced a masterpiece of Kandoria's history and its secrets. My manifesto, the true record of our world. However, even my aspirations dwindled when Alundra's guidance vanished, followed by the devastation from the Horsemen's wake. Despite all the wounds we have suffered, I shall never let our existence be forgotten, for I believe our best hope lies with our knowledge and story made eternal.
My name is Kurt Glaskin, and I have lost everything that I've loved in this world. My daughters, my wife, my friends, all of them dead to the Horsemen. And now I have a chance to redeem myself, to protect my friends, to lead humanity into a new age of light and hope. Alundra abandoned us, the goddesses abandoned us, and left us with these monsters. And I want to take everything from them that they've taken from us. I live in a world of blood and hatred and violence, and so I will become that violence. I will be that hatred, and I will be exactly what we need. A sword against the darkness.
My name is Urgra Dropper, and I am a dependable ambassador. I was the only half-breed in my mother's tribe of orcs where the threat of being eaten constantly hung over my head. And yet, those were some of the happiest times of my life compared to my time with the Revenant. I was 12 when I first picked up a bow and started hunting, and I quickly found that people make the most interesting prey and often deserve an arrow in the head far more than most monsters. Magic and even the Three Sisters were always something weird and sinister to me. That is, until by chance I crossed paths with the High Priestess Alundra, who showed me that magic, like everything else, can be used for good or for evil. And that's what I'll keep on repeating to myself every time one of those stuck-up magical morons say something that makes me want to cut out their tongues.
The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned. All right, we are back. Thanks for sticking with us. All right, so we had you guys do your morning stuff. Finley kind of pieced out and did some halfling hoobly goobly, and he is making his way back to where you guys stayed. You guys have finished up your meal. You got all your adventuring gear together. Kurtz has his 25-pound chest, which he has become innately fond of, and you see him over there scratching. Kurtz is always here on the bottom. You're not even sure if there's bear jerky in it anymore, but he's just carrying this thing around and just, as if it has 3,000 platinum in it. It's just that important to him. All right, so you guys gather everything. So Finley has returned. You guys are all ready to set out. What would you guys like to do?
Well, we need to go to Candoria, correct? Yes?
Yep.
Alright. We'll head there first, see if Kurtz can get himself fitted accordingly.
Okay.
We can maybe perhaps check on the Revenants there to see if a message was sent. I want to see if Victor was able to spread the word.
Oh, the librarian?
Yes.
Okay.
Vincent, I'm sorry. Why did I say Victor?
It was Vincent, yes. Yes. Okay.
I know why you said Victor.
I do know why I said it, but
Was it a Ages Past reference by chance?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, and a little shout out to the campaign that we have that streams on Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time on this channel.
This is me. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just.
We love those plugs here. They're no shame. All right, so you guys gather your things and start heading towards the teleporter pad.
But Kurtz, or is this a private fitting?
You kind of lagged out there, brother.
Oh, Kurtz, do you want us to accompany you, or is this a private fitting?
I have no idea.
Should we be safe than sorry, then?
I mean, she wants us dead. We're gonna die, so we might as well just burn that bridge as we come to it.
I feel the last time, or really yesterday, that we split up multiple times, bad things just continuously happen.
I love when you guys split party. Let's do it.
We can wait at the front of the temple, and I can have Orion with you. If anything goes bad, we'll be just outside if you feel that's more appropriate, as opposed to all walking in.
I don't think anything's gonna go bad.
He's going to be captain of the guards. What the hell are they going to do?
Well, I don't know. Maybe she has some brainwashing capabilities and has manipulated his mind.
In which case, we should probably be with him.
Wait, mean like he's brainwashed right now? And I will look up at Kurtz. Kurtz, are you brainwashed?
But if he was brainwashed, what would he say, though?
Are you literally grabbing his hips and looking up at his pelvis right now? Because I feel like that's
Yes. Probably.
Is twerking a thing back in this day?
Kurtz, talk to me! Are you brainwashed, Kurtz?
As you feel these little man-baby hands grab onto your pelvical region, what would you like to do, Kurtz?
They're still man hands.
Probably not.
Okay. He said he's not brainwashed, guys. It's fine. I trust him.
Would you like to insight check? Just kidding.
No, I perfectly trust him. He does not seem brainwashed at all. He looks perfectly fine. How many fingers? How many fingers have I held up?
Yes.
See, he's fine. Right, let's go. We're good.
Okay. Alright, so you head over to the teleporter pad, and it works as expected. You see magical energy kind of swirl around you, and you end up at the pad near the Revenant Wizard Academy inside of Candoria proper. As the magical flakes kind of dissipate around, and you can see a few college students kind of hanging out, doing their wizardly thing. Nothing of interest seems to catch your eye. It just seems like an early morning in Candoria proper.
Well, I'm surprised that no one is freaking out at the last night's scene.
Yeah, you don't see anyone in this immediate area seeming to act out of the ordinary, but you do see some of these initiates kind of hanging out, doing that the college dude kind of thing.
Just quickly, for a moment.
Sure.
Party, is that alright?
Yes, go ahead.
Alright, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How's it going?
Well, I'm sure it's fine. Were you able to see last night's display?
Last night's display? Let's talk about that. And he'll kind of sit down, he'll kind of nuzzle you in and totally invade the personal bubble. Talk about wow. What did you think? Let me know.
Well, I thought about it prior to its occurrence. Where do you happen to know where Vincent might be?
You need to focus, man. We're talking about something important. Talk about beautiful.
Well, yes, it's rather pretty. I won't deny that. But I have some pressing business right now. If you don't mind, I'll just.
So I have this theory that it means something.
Let go.
Okay.
Can we see Ren struggling with the college guy over here?
Absolutely.
Amazing. Okay. Yep. I'm just popcorn watching this. Go ahead. You're good.
And he'll kind of wander over to Finley. Wow.
No.
He got roped in.
Oh, no.
Want some of your popcorn, man?
Oh, yeah. It's just imaginary popcorn. How high are you, college guy?
You just perform so well, you make it real.
That's fair. No, continue, guys. Go ahead. You're good.
Again, a spectacle to be sure. But I'm curious. Didn't Vincent or others warn you about it coming?
He totally called it, man. He knew it was coming. He's got to be like a prophet or something.
All right.
Amazing.
Did he inform everyone or anyone in particular? Did he reach the Grandmasters?
Oh, he told everyone, and he's like totally a celebrity now, man.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad he's at least warmly welcomed from this. So
My theory is that he is a seer.
Right, yes. A divine-inspired spellcaster. Where is he now?
Who knows, man? I mean, it's pretty early.
Yes, it is rather
I think that he may be a divination wizard, and he doesn't even know it.
How else, Vincent?
You got turned the rest of this guy actually a wizard.
What's that? This guy is an apprentice. He's
he's got blue
definitely
eyes.
not. Yeah, he's revenant, but he doesn't. Man, maybe not all the chromosomes are lined up on this guy.
I know. I like this guy a lot. I'm taking him a lot.
You know, I definitely can tell that you are very well equipped with situations like this. Perhaps you might be able to share some of your enjoyments with my friend here, the halfling, Finley. Finley, you might speak his language a bit better.
So, what are your theories about his predicting the future? I mean, that's crazy.
Oh, all right. So he speaks stoner. Okay, hold on. I can pull that out of my ass here. All right. What do you mean, bro? What did you see? What did you hear?
It's not even about what I saw. It's about what we all felt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. There's like a difference when like one senses a thing, but like when the sense of your senses.
It's like you could smell what you saw.
Right, dude.
Right, dude.
Right. Got it. So, this guy told everyone this was going down.
Yeah, he totally called it, man.
At this point, Ferguson waved, ran in the building.
Right. So what's the vibe here now that like things have been smelt?
So, all right, and he'll kind of like look around and he'll pull you in. So this is not confirmed at all.
Right. I get it. Mm-hmm.
My theory is that our librarian is not. He'll kind of look around again. Are you sitting down for this? You should
think
probably.
so.
He's not a librarian.
Oh, what? Whoa, okay. No. All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down, folding it up, handing it back to you, and then you can open it and see the same what I'm hearing what you're packaging.
Are you on the same level, man? Like, what do you think, dude?
I think some stuff's going. By the way, I'm gonna try to read your mind right now.
Do you need to like hold my hands for it?
Yeah. Or let me just hold your face. Bro.
I'm all in, bro.
Down he goes.
Yep. Come here.
Yeah, and he'll like lean in.
I feel like you're getting a real connection here. Is your name Douglas?
It's not, but that is my favorite name.
Okay, all right. Well, I was close. See, I kind of felt strange things are happening with these lights, man. Like
that's the name I wish I was given at birth, man.
Oh, so then what is your real name, bro?
Well, from henceforth, it's now Douglas.
Okay, all right. Well, that's okay. You don't need to change your name just for me, but that's cool.
It's what I've been feeling this whole time, man.
Okay. All right. Well, my name is Finman, right? And this is my crew.
Awesome.
The crew has left you.
I'm still there.
Just Kurtz. Everyone else is left. It's just
Urban and Kurtz are there.
Oh, you told me.
Yeah, just you.
Just me.
Just you. Just go, man. All right. This is K Dog. I'll point to Kurtz.
What's up, man? How you feeling?
Yesterday, I was a duck leading an army of other ducks against ducks. So.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm
Dude,
saying?
I've had that same ride, man. The ducks, bro.
And this is G Unit. I point to Erdra. G Unit.
And that will totally like.
It's like you and Gra, you G Unit Gra. You know.
It'll kind of give you like the "what's up" look, like, "Hey, girl, how you doing?"
Kurt's just like palms his entire skull with one hand. 13.
Yeah, underage. Yep.
Not even actually, and you should probably drink some water.
Yeah, like,
My bad, dudes.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. All love. Hey, listen. So Douglas, D Money.
I love it, man.
We'll call you D Money.
That's it, bro.
So, like I said, what's the vibe here with everything? So does everyone think this way about Vincent the Librarian?
Dude, you'll seem kind of like be taken back. Are you an undercover guard, man? Why would you ask something like that?
D Money. D Money. Come on, man. Do I look? I'll like do the. I have a fucking feather hat on.
Oh, you're wearing the hat?
Of course I am.
All right, I'll give you advantage then. Give me a persuasion check.
All right, cool.
Since you're wearing the peacock hat.
All the guards need to infiltrate is a
Let me see your peacock cock.
What am I doing again?
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
All right.
What are we doing?
I don't even know, man. I don't even know, man.
23.
All right, yeah. I don't think a guard would be wearing such a ridiculous but gnarly hat.
I like how you caught yourself there. All right,
Yeah.
so
My bad, dude.
I don't want to keep you from your day, but I do have one slight little question for you, my man.
All right.
I'm gonna kind of walk him away from Erdra and Kurtz.
Sure.
All right, you guys can do something for a little bit.
Are we
You
gonna
guys-
have like a heart-to-heart moment here, dude?
Well, I gotta be honest with you. I'm a little low on. I'm just gonna do this with my fingers. You know what I mean? Like,
I
I'm a
got
little-
you, bro. I got
Okay.
you. And you'll kind of like, you'll feel something be slipped into your pocket.
All right, cool. And I will nonchalantly. I don't even know what he just gave me. I will nonchalantly just pull a gold out and just slide into his pocket. Be like, D Money. Finman, D Money. I like where we're at. I'm gonna see you around.
I got you, bro.
But keep up those studies.
And as Erdra and Kurtz watch this exchange, like I imagine he probably thinks he's being super stealthy, putting the whatever it is in.
Oh, it's not at all.
But considering how short Finley is, and he probably takes about like 10 tries to actually get it.
Yeah, he's like stumbling, getting it in the pocket.
Whooping Finley's ass a couple times.
By the 8th try, you just see my little halfling hand grab his, just be like.
And he kind of like looks at you and kind of winks like you didn't see that, right?
So, hey, buddy, bro beans, great chat, stay in school. I hope to see more of you soon.
Dude, education is the key to success, bro.
But I want to tell you a little secret. I'm gonna leave you with this.
I gotta be honest, I am terrible with secrets, but lay it on me, man.
All right. What should my secret?
I don't know. This is your secret.
Oh, I didn't.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Always use protection. We don't need more of him in the world.
Glove it before you love it.
That's actually pretty good. That could have been it.
No glove, no love.
Wrap it before you tap it.
Stop!
You asked for suggestions.
Okay, well then I'll use that one. I'll be like, listen, bro.
No, you can't use my suggestion on me. You gotta use one of theirs.
All right, what did you say, Connor? What was yours?
I just said no glove, no love.
Oh, okay.
I'll be like, listen, bro. Something's telling me that you need to hear this from me. No glove, no love, man. No glove, no love. Okay? You just remember that. I know. And I'm just gonna like let him. I'm like gonna do like just let him keep walking.
Are you a professor here, dude? Because that was profound.
I should be, but no, I'm not. But
Yeah, you don't got blue eyes. You're
Yeah,
definitely yeah.
And so what does fucking Douglas look like? Is he just like what I'm hoping in my head? What he looks
Everything and more.
Okay, good. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
whatever the theater of the mind had, that is not even all of it. Like, keep going.
That is Douglas. Okay, I will let him.
He's got like a popped collar on his wizard robes.
He's got 2 pop collars.
Oh, God.
He's wearing 2 layers of shirts with collars, and they're both popped.
Amazing. And I will do one of just kind of let him walk with his brain still trying to process that. No glove, no love. Just let him.
And the last thing you see is him looking over you, reaffirming the mind-blown gesture, dude.
Yep. And I will walk back over to Urgra and.
Okay.
What the fuck is that?
I think karma cut up with you, and your ass got groped in return.
Well, I mean, he was a cool dude, right? That's what you say, right? I was just going with what felt right, but he was a cool.
Did it feel right?
But I mean, you guys just kind of left me hanging there. Right? Rin just took off. I hope he's okay. All right, but I feel sorry for the youth of Candoria proper.
Why did you just gather drugs from
Yeah,
that?
what is in your pocket then?
No, I don't even know what it was, but I'm hoping it, and I will look to see what he put in my pocket.
It is marbles. A bag of marbles.
Awesome.
Are they black marbles?
They are not. They are not.
Dude. Because you still have some, I think.
It's like the cat eye marbles. You know, like those little swirly glass, different
Can I
colors.
do just a quick nature check on them to see if they're actually I don't know, something weird.
Sure, yeah. Give me a roll.
Anything?
That's if Finley's willing to. Are you willing to show it to her?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
No,
19.
These actually seem like they're not glass. They're made to look like it, and it's possible they're edible.
They're I think these may be some sort of pills, maybe.
Maybe.
There's actually maybe fluid inside these things.
No, they're suppositories.
As long as
it would definitely get into the system.
It would.
That's why he slid it to his ass.
Closer to the source.
All coming full circle here. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
It's just this small little baggie of what looks like cat's eye marbles that may actually be edible.
All right.
Or
While
ingestible.
I was talking with Douglas here,
Yes.
where did Rin hop, skip, and a jump off to?
I'm going to probably be looking to what I know from my own history and understanding of the facilities and whatnot, where the hell Vincent might live or be at this hour. As my closest friend, I might know this.
Yeah, he rises early. He's one of those typical old dudes. He's probably actually at work already, so he's probably in the library.
All right, to the library I go.
Okay. As you make your way through the long hallways of all the hanging bags, I mean, you guys have got kind of familiar with the academy area. You make your way over to the very familiar library that you've been to too many times, probably too many hours, and you can see him off in the back. So there's all these rows of books and everything. There's this kind of ladder system where all these rows of books come throughout this whole library. There's this ladder system that hooks up to this roller, and it can go along all of the rows of books, and he's up kind of on the top row off in the back, kind of stalking some books. There's this little basket of all these books that are there, and he's kind of stalking them, sledding over, checking numbers, and putting them in there. He hasn't noticed you walk in.
I'm just going to walk to where he is at the base of the ladder, look up at him, conjure a mage hand, and have it go.
Okay, so this mystical, magical blue hand kind of taps him on the shoulder, and he looks over and, "Oh, Rin! Good morning." Okay, and he'll kind of 0.3745. Okay, and he'll kind of shimmy down this tall ladder system, and he'll kind of look at you like,
We're in a library. We whisper, so I don't want to yell at you.
What can I do for you, Rin?
I'd like to know how well it went last night. Were you able to inform the Grandmasters?
I told everyone, and I gotta tell you, Rin, I'm a little bit of a celebrity now.
Yes, I've heard. Did you tell them exactly what was happening and what the meaning was? If you're a celebrity, you're also being a prophecy of doom. You realize that?
And he'll kind of throw his arm over your shoulder and not even checking to see if it's cool with you. He'll just kind of like slide it over and be like, yeah, so I kind of maybe didn't tell everyone the whole truth.
Do I kill him now or later, guys?
Define what you did tell as your truth.
Don't be mad, Rin, but I told them that I did it.
That you were the prophet?
That it's all... I made it.
You created the aurora.
I told them I would foresee it coming and that I would be the one to... Yeah.
That's fine. It doesn't matter who gets the credit, but now that you are associated as the image and the head, we are going to have to educate you.
Which I really need to thank you for.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, and now in order to maintain your status, we should perhaps give you some prophecies to, at least tell.
Yes.
Yes, why don't we...
And he'll just kind of shovel the ladder system will kind of just, track down the areas and be like, what are we going to take this next?
Well, over here, let's make sure no one can see. We're in the middle of a stack, so I'm hoping there's like a private room or a quiet place we can go to.
There doesn't appear to be any students. Any students who are in this library this early should probably be beat up, and that's probably what Finley is thinking, that... It's a good thing there's not, because...
Right. If I do a quick look and I don't see or think anyone could be within earshot, then I will continue.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. There's nerds.
I'll flip to the manifesto. I'll check some analogs from year 1.
Okay.
And into year 2 as well, and I'll just kind of go...
Okay.
All right. So there's going to be some strife with the Bane. There's going to be an increase in monsters. They're about to surge, particularly in the Shroud. In the forests, so you might want to notify that you, as the Revenants, have been informed of this and will warn them. Getting good with them, that's a good thing. Relations with other tribes. Let's see here. And I'm just going to see if there's anything else that I can recall besides just looking at my book. If there's anything else that you, DM, would let me know that I would let him know.
Sure. Shroud.
Year 1 stuff, so, basic things that he could, get now.
Give me 1 second. Majority of the events for this year are done.
Okay. Well, then I'll just tell him that in the beginning of the next year, this will occur once every year. This week.
Yeah, year 2. Yeah, go for that stuff. Yeah.
When this happens, there will be an influx of monster attacks. So they will begin to assault the citizens of all the Candoria. So there should be a notice that's spread out at that point. You should warn them, tell them to arm themselves, defend themselves, get themselves ready during that time. So you'll be a hero at that point, basically saving thousands of people who might have been surprised by this sudden surge of terrible creatures.
I gotta be honest, Rin, I thought you'd be a little mad.
Why would I be mad?
Because I told you I would...
You told the message. I didn't ask for you to, claim that I told you. I just told you to tell them.
Continue.
Yes. So, monsters here, second year. There's also going to be some continued trouble with the temple. There's a lot of trouble with the temple. Just be aware and be ready for that. There is going to be... strange sculptures that the Shroud will be dealing with. They will come across these. So let them know that in that time, they will anticipate spotting these. And once they know what they are, they will become more aware of their function and purpose. But let them know that they will stumble across them in the coming year.
I gotta ask, Rin, how do you know all this?
I told you I have means to be able to prophesize this catastrophe that is about to occur. And I don't want to cram your brain too much with too many details, so we're just going to start. And every subsequent year, I will give you more information so that you'll be able to keep on top of it.
But how do you know things that even Grandmaster Adam doesn't know?
Is Adam the divination?
Yes.
Yes. Well, he may have tapped into sources that are divine, but I have a direct line at the moment. And just between you and I, this belief that the Revenants are the special children of the single goddess, that is true to some degree, but there are other creatures out there who have arcane accessibilities, and some of us are born magical. And as you can see, as I gesture to myself, ears, elf, I have an extreme amount of magical properties that just run through my veins, so I have a great sense of understanding the flow of magic.
So we've talked about this a little bit, Rin, but you didn't go into specifics. Is this part of the reason why you were denied?
Oh, I was denied because everyone here is a stuck-up snob.
But clearly,
I've proven myself over and
clearly
over.
you have some magical inclination that even the Grand Masters don't have.
Yes.
What are you going to do about this?
Well, I'm doing it now. I'm informing you so that you can inform them. It is not my job to become the icon or any form of, representative. My job is to make sure the information gets to where it needs to be. And right now, currently, the Revenants only trust other Revenants.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, please let this be godly good. Okay. Do I have inspiration just in case I'm... Okay, I do, just in case.
You do have one, yes.
All right. 15... It's not bad. I'm going to leave it.
Okay. And he'll it won't take much to persuade him because you're already telling him things that come across as very beneficial to him. The fact that you're not upset at him for kind of taking this information to benefit himself. He's definitely going to start positioning himself to he's enjoying the stardom, and what can he do to be the face you're wanting him to be because it benefits him?
Oh, just make sure that whatever I tell you, you are able to pass it on to the appropriate ears that need to hear it. And remember, there's one thing I would like to at least stress right now. There is trouble and there is conflict coming from the temple, and the temple itself is a power that is going to try to contend with the Revenants. I would strongly urge that you try to keep yourself separate and not under their influence.
Is the temple bad?
The temple itself might not be bad, but those who operate it might have ill intent or misguided attempts to try and solve the current and future problems of Candoria, but their misguided approach will probably lead to trouble, so I would suggest that you try to use your own skills and means to solve things rather than relying on them. The strength of the Revenant is needed, my friend, and I need you to be the strongest anchor that I can forge. Are you with me in this?
This has massive benefits for me thus far, so I will continue to follow your wise counsel. And Rin, I should really implore you to look into showing the Grand Masters these things. Instead of it being me, you should take credit, and you should look at enrolling in the school.
I've already done it. Vincent, I've been here for centuries, and they haven't allowed me to come into the school. Trust me, it's not going to change overnight. I've known the Grandmasters before they were even born. I saw them when they were toddlers, and they still deny me, so don't bother with that.
Maybe you should start your own school.
Oh, well, wouldn't that be something? But either way. In the meantime, I have other pressing matters, and I must attend to them, so this is why I trust you. I have other things that call me, but I believe in you to keep those here.
Okay. Yep. And he will take your words, and he'll start grabbing another stack of books and get back on the ladder and start decimaling them.
and Vincent, be careful. Don't let anyone try to take advantage of you, and perhaps make sure you're never alone. I don't trust everything and everyone in the city. You might be in danger. I don't know how much, but just be careful.
Danger?
Yes. Wolves with power and means to be able to persuade might be targets for other things, so just be aware of that.
Okay, and you can see kind of genuine worry start to come over his face.
As long as you're cautious and you think about this, you'll be fine. You won't be taken by surprise. That's the main reason for me telling you this precaution. Be aware and don't trust everyone 100%. Always question everything.
I don't
If you do
know.
that, you'll be fine.
I don't know if I want to do this then if I'm at
Vincent,
risk.
You live continuously. I'm making sure that you survive. This is me making sure you survive.
Is what we're doing dangerous, Rin?
No, what we're doing is to make sure that everyone lives. If I didn't tell you, then perhaps the danger would be greater to you. But because I'm informing you and making you aware and to share the knowledge, you're saving lives, including your own.
But is my life at risk?
If you do not do as I say, then it is.
Is that a threat?
No, it's a warning. I care for you, Vincent. If you were to perish, then all my attempts to try and save Cantoria would go down the drain.
Worst case scenario, what kind of danger am I in?
Someone might actually ask you to prophesize more than you're willing to share or have, and they might try to get it out of you, but you don't have anything to give, so they might be frustrated with your inability to share everything.
So what should I tell them?
Tell them that you're only given inspiration at the start or the beginning of these weeks of the lights. The information you're granted is something only given in small amounts at that time. You're unable to access this divine influence, and without the auras, you cannot access it. So just play that.
Kind of took credit for the lights, though.
I asked you that earlier, and you said you didn't. But all right, so okay, so you did take credit for the
I
lights.
did take credit for the lights, yes.
Right. Okay. That might put a little bit of a problem there. Just let them know that by you accessing this power, the side effect is the light. So technically, it is you, because any time that you are given this knowledge, this is the outcome. It's a side effect.
Okay.
Just clarify that with them, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
All right. Now I must get going. I have friends that are waiting for me.
All right, I will do as you instructed.
Good. Excellent. All right. Off I go.
All right, he goes back to 0.359 here. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Ergra, Finley, Kurtz. Ergra, Finley, Kurtz. Where are they? Where are they?
So, Kurtz, do you think when you get inducted, are you going to get, like, a sweet cape out of this deal? I don't think we ever really discussed this, because, like, I don't even know if I'd really accept it if you didn't get a cape. I know it's like a life or death decision you were making there, but do you think they're going to get a cape or not?
I mean, I think Caldemar had a cape.
He did.
He did. He did, right. I mean, yeah, and then some of the other guards, they had those, like, sweet golden white capes or something. Are you going to get one of those, like straight off the rip there? Or do you have to, like, kind of work your... I guess we'll find out a little bit later, but I was just curious.
From what I understand, I'm in charge.
That's right. That's right. You could tell everyone to wear capes.
I am the law.
Right. Or do you
I'm
think
the captain now.
could we get capes out of this deal, or what do you think? I'm just you know how high does your power structure go here in your pull?
I have no idea.
I mean, perhaps we could.
That's what we're going to find out today, Finley. Is where he sits.
Okay. All right, so
Side note, I found my ukulele.
Oh, there it is. It's so cute. It's actual to scale, too, for halflings.
Anyway, I was looking for it. I couldn't find it. But anyway, there it is.
Okay, so Rin exits the library and meets up with you guys.
Oh, there you are.
Yep.
We haven't moved.
Well, I didn't know if you might have.
Hey, Rin, real quick, before you tell us how it went, what the fuck are these? And I'll hold out the cat marble eyes and be like, have you ever seen anything like this before? Just right out in the open, whatever.
DM, have I ever seen anything like this before?
You have.
Oh, yes, Finley.
And this is a very, very dangerous drug.
This is a very harmless drug.
Oh, all right. Well, that's good to know.
Finley, I'm joking. It's quite toxic. It's not something you should do.
Like, it can lethal, like long-term effects if you don't dose it right. It's very, very bad.
It's very bad.
Right.
But it's very useful. Perhaps we could drug someone with these, so keep them on your person.
Like Tide Pod bad.
Oh, all right. This is some homemade shit done very badly.
That works for me. I'll keep them.
I got them. I got them, Kurtz. Don't worry.
Stuff them down people's throats like
they're right. Put a pin in that idea.
Like, Puck would probably go crazy to try these bad.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Duly noted. First of all, Rin, you try to pull a sickle on me. You said they're non-harmful. Then they definitely are harmful. I'm not even mad. I'm actually a little proud. You try to pull a shenanigan there a little bit because
I feel like the influence of the halfling town is still lingering upon me. But yes.
So proud right now. Like I'm not going to eat one now because I'm a little scared in a good way. But just and Philly's just smiling. Just no shit.
Good.
All right. So what did you do in there? And we'll start walking for Kurtz's thing as we're walking and talking.
Oh, I just found Vincent. Simply made sure that everything was all right, and he seems fine. He's taking credit for it, and we'll be all set.
Yeah, wanted to kind of ask you a question about there.
Yes.
You're, I mean, just out of sheer curiosity, because I know what I'd be doing right now had I made it to the Bane, which I didn't. But I gotta ask you here, Rin. You're letting this Vincent fella take credit for all of your knowledge?
Oh yes.
Well, just to be clear, I kind of played off the whole child of prophecy thing with the tabaxi myself, so...
Oh, you have revenant eyes. That'll help solidify my story then. Yes, excellent.
I just know that my power play was going to be had I made it there and dropped my seed.
In Herdeflagon?
Nope, totally different place I'm dropping seeds. Had I dropped my prophecy knowledge, I was going to plan on like reveling in that and like really playing that for all it's worth here. But you're just, given all that, what do you want to call it? We'll call it what it is, leverage, if you will. I mean, divine prophetical leverage there, right?
There's a saying that I heard once long ago from the Tabaxi. I can't translate it perfectly, but I do recall them saying that the head of the household might be a man, but the woman is the neck, and she can turn the head any way she likes. And right now, it is a cautionary story that though you might have someone at the top, they aren't the ones who are directed to go where they need to. I will be directing Vincent accordingly to make sure he is facing the right way, so that his influence and station, which is going to be far more influential than mine, someone as a Revenant be able to prophesize and have divination inspiration is far more believable to the Revenant than it is for someone like me. So it's a truth that they could swallow, and at the same time it also keeps me safe. I am not targeted as someone who has prophesized this. It is him. And at the same time, I am building a relationship. My persuasive nature will perhaps earn favors. And at the worst case scenario, in the long run, Finley, the one final trump card I do have is I can deny him his prophecy. And should I deny him having access to his prophecy, he will no longer be considered what he is. He will have to face the fraud that he might be. And he will lose so much that he might be more desperate to save his grace and do whatever I ask of him than before. So perhaps he might be more willing to risk his life or his reputation to get what I need from him.
Urga's like, what?
I am so beyond more proud than I was just a moment ago. That is quite brilliant that you have almost a triple con going here. And to be quite honest, I'm a little upset I didn't think of it myself. But on the same token, just well done, Rin. I mean, that's just beautiful. So if I get this correctly, you have this headpiece here that you could just puppeteer from behind the curtain and just Bob's your uncle. If you want more precious, you got to give it a little to take a look. I like this plan. You made Finley Shenanigan speechless for just a moment, but you did it, and you should tip that cap there too, because that's impressive. I like this plan a lot.
I hope it shall bear fruit, but at the same time, if God hears me and wants to counter me, he might. So who knows? But
I feel like Tavaria would probably intercede before the goddesses will.
Yeah, but she won't be targeting me. That'll be something nice. Unless she asks him, and then he so blabs. But then at the same time, who would believe an elf is the one who's doing this rather than a revenant?
This Vincent, is he a particularly strong character? Do you think he'd stand up well to torture, or even just...
Oh, I doubt he'd stand up to torture.
We can find out.
He's more likely to give up the goat than to hold on to any secret.
Yes.
We'll see how long this lasts then.
All right, yeah, but perhaps if we play our cards right and then protect the ace up the sleeve, as they say, I like this. I like the. I'm impressed, Rin Adaron. I enjoy this play here, Wizard. I like it. I like it a lot.
I'm glad you do. Thank you.
All right. Nope, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, are we here? I just wasn't sure if we'd arrived.
You guys heading towards the temple then?
Yeah.
Oh, during this whole time we were talking.
Sure,
talking and talking.
absolutely. All right, so yeah, you are approaching the temple, and you can see some priestesses kind of going about their work. But there does appear to be 2 temple guards that are at the front entrance way. And as they see you approaching, Kurtz, they kind of go to attention and kind of start to move to like, do we salute? Do we signal? What do we do? Kind of like like respect, but formalities? Question mark. What do you want to do?
Kurtz, just tell them yes, my lord, will do.
Yes. For starters, anyway. Yeah, right. Yeah, just for starters.
Keep giving myself excessive highlight. It's your benevolence.
And you will lay completely prostrate on the ground. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Shit. I guess I'll just walk up to them and sort of nod, acknowledge their poise, and be like, Tavaria told me to meet her here today.
Yeah, we were. Welcome. Morning. We were instructed that we were to greet you, and you were promoted. Congratulations, sir. To the captain of the guard. We've never had one. To be honest, we're not sure what do we call you.
I'm gonna ask you a question. You never had a captain.
That is exactly going through my head right now.
No, we're excited and ready to do as you command.
No, we're still talking about who led you.
Yes.
Where was the chain of command?
Yes. We are glad that there is one, and we are ready to serve. What do we call you, sir?
God damn it.
Sir.
Captain Kurtz has a nice ring to it.
Right. I mean, keep it simple, keep it straightforward to the point. I mean, it sounds pretty nice.
I think calling them vigilantes is stretching it.
I think we should call you Captain Kurtz, and you should have a horse that's called Enterprise.
This guy's name is Scotty, by the way. No.
And make sure to give the ones who you don't like a red uniform.
Yeah,
right.
Because they die first.
She can't take much more of it. Well, I have that kind of down too. Like, that's kind of pitching. All right.
Yeah. Just captain will work.
Captain. Okay,
Damn
Captain.
it, Kurtz, I'm a wizard, not a...
I'm a fighter, not a worder.
We were instructed to bring you into the back, and there was a set of armor we were supposed to give you, but beyond that, I don't know what I guess whatever you command, Captain.
Cool. Well, let's see to that first, and then we'll get to the turning you into actual soldiers part.
And the other one that's next to him, he'll be like extremely excited and is kind of like way overbearing, sucking up, brown nosing, like chill the fuck out, dude. And he'll come up to you like, super excited, Captain, to see you coming in here, and I am just ready to learn from all your experience, and what are your orders?
Told you, take me to my armor.
Right this way, sir. Captain, follow me, sir. And he'll kind of like totally doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, but he's gonna.
Kurt's just walking down the hall, just.
I'm just leaning into Finley and Urgra. I wonder why crime was rampant. These are a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, lack of leadership has been totally it's starting to make sense why people not responding earlier. There's not been a lot of structure in the temple.
I'm gonna say
it's like when we called for guards, like they just like go get the captain, go get the captain, go get the captain.
Exactly. Yep.
As we're walking here and we're kind of pulled back a little bit because Kurtz is in the front and us three are in the back, I'll say, so like, all right, so like Captain Kurtz is nice and all, but I think we really need to like work on that a bit. Like, Urgra, what do you think of like Captain Kurtz Killjoy Gladskin? That's kind of a nice ring to it. Captain Killjoy. Does it ring with no? Is that not striking fear, or should we go for fear or like heroic? Wow, heroic, or what? What do you think here?
No, I think he really
heretic.
I think Kurtz would like something that shows more of his metal, just more metal,
Like steel. Steel, that's a strong name. Sorry.
The clouds from the clouds that comes down. Metal, like, is it like an actual physical metal property, or metal
it's
like
more like hardcore.
Hardcore.
Just don't have joy in the name at all.
Okay, no joy. Captain
Kill even would be better.
Captain Hardcore Glaskin.
Just straight Captain Kill. That's kind of nice. Okay, all right. We should jot that down. What do you think, Rin?
Well, I'm trying to remember. What was the name of? I feel like I've heard a name for like a leader or a something that starts with a K.
Corporal? That's the opposite.
No, that's C. No, it was more like a German
Colonel?
king or something like that, like a.
German.
Kurgan or no, it's
Oh no, that's halfling. You got that all backwards.
That's halfling. No.
Yeah, no, that's halfling. No,
well,
no.
I'm just assuming that if you wanted alliteration with
Kaiser.
Kaiser, that was it.
Kaiser Kurtz.
Kaiser Kurtz, the killer, or something
Kaiser
like that.
also has things with dragons, which is kind of cool.
Kaiser.
Oh, yes. And then, of course, we can shorten it to KKK for him.
Oh no. Okay.
Captain Kaiser.
It's CKK.
Okay, yeah, right, yeah. Captain, there is a C in there, right, okay. Or what if we just named him Kaiser Kurtz? I mean, that's kind of cool. Or Kaiser Kill.
I think there'd be too much confusion enough with there not being a captain and people calling for a captain. No, we want Kaiser. Well, who do we want? There's already way too much confusion.
Okay. All right.
Leave the captain alone.
This is why we get demonetized.
I just think we should all really put our minds together here. We got three intelligent, brains working together. I really want to be able to present something to Kurtz when he comes back, getting all this metal on it. But I like the approach, hardcore, Captain Kill. Like that. That's simple, right?
Spaz said no, and no.
Right. But just keep the gears turning there. Keep the wheels spinning as we're following Kurtz.
Well, it's like how we're walking through the temple, and there's this guy, like, he kills a lot of people, and he's the captain of the guard. What should we name him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like a little, like we're all talking to ourselves while we're walking.
As they're totally brown nosing the whole time, like just they lead you into this room that you've never been into before. It's one of those like restricted access only, and they bring you in, and it's the temple armory. And as you walk in on this kind of cross-beam platform, there is this pristine suit of armor that is just like glowing, almost for like divine energy. But it's this suit of armor that is gold and white everywhere around it, and you actually recognize it. It's very similar to the one that Caldivar was donning Cape in all.
Oh,
So-
right. That would be the first thing. All right, there is a cape. Good. Okay, fantastic.
So it is sitting on this kind of this pedestal, just waiting to be grabbed. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna make sure this isn't a trap, because last time I was in this temple.
It's a trap!
Kurtz, do you want me to identify that?
Sure.
Alright, I'm going to send Orion to fly on top of the actual armor, and as he's perched there, so that he can just assemble it on him, I don't have to touch him, but I can transfer my touch identified through my familiar as I begin the ritual.
Okay, go ahead.
So you can lay it on yourself if you want at the time. It takes 10 minutes.
Okay.
So maybe while we're sitting here waiting just for a brief moment while Rin's doing it, Kurtz, we were trying to think of a cool name for you. I mean, I think it's deemed, since they never apparently even had a captain here, we should really try to set some real prestige to this position to really give it some weight. We were throwing around some ideas. Urgra thought of, I think you said Captain Kill, right? I think that was like your, we were working on some things. I mean, we're open to suggestions here. We're trying to really we're spinning our wheels here, but nothing's really clicking. Have you thought of anything for yourself? I mean, it's your name, man.
To be honest, no. Unfortunately, my days of as being a warlord seem to be in the past. So, whatever it is, I suppose it should inspire the people's trust.
Oh, okay. All right. We took that a totally wrong direction then. Probably a good thing we asked you then, because we were going a different. Okay. All right.
Just don't call me Shirley.
You do have that one name from the Tabaxi, wasn't it the Contender?
Mm-hmm.
True, but I haven't beaten the shit out of anyone in this timeline.
Mm.
Shit, we really did have some cool nicknames back in the day, but forward into the time. But right, that's confusing. All right. I'm just saying, if I feel like Rin has his guy who's like getting kind of a celebrity status here, and people seem to really click with that. So I think if you're going to be the first guard for this captain for these people, for this town, for this city, I mean, we should make it a little prestigious here. Get some oomph behind it, if you will.
What if you stole the name Caldivar?
Caldivar wasn't his real name, that was the title.
Yeah, right. Captain Caldivar.
It was just Caldivar. Caldivar.
That's what the captain is called. The captain of the
So it's
city.
Caldivar Kurtz and Caldivar.
Mm-hmm. Or like who becomes the next Captain America kind of thing. They're always Captain America.
Right, yeah, they're always going, yeah.
Right. They just passed on the Caldivar title.
I am Iron Man.
Or the Dread Pirate.
Yeah, the Dread.
The Dread Pirate Wobbits.
So after 10 minutes, is this armor magical?
Anyone want a peanut? Yes, it is magical.
Oh, Kurtz, this armor is magical.
All right, so
good magical or bad magical?
Good magical.
That's not your bad.
Well, good and bad's a matter of perspective. But so Rin, you have learned a bit about this armor as your owl is kind of probing the innermost nodules of this suit of armor, exploring the little crevices. It seems that he who wears said suit of armor is immune to necromancy magic.
Oh.
Has damage magic?
Any necromancy-based spells you are immune to.
Wow! You better not die, because we can't raise dead on you then.
And then you also have
take the armor off.
Advantage. You have advantage on any kind of religious checks. And persuasion checks, you also have advantage, but that seems to be the extent of this armor.
I need that.
Pretty intense.
Yeah, so that's what it is. Is it plate armor, splint armor? What armor is it?
Yeah. So there's no full plate, but it's a plate armor. But if there was a full plate version of it, it would be full plate. Yeah, it's a very
okay. So it counts as full plate, 18 armor.
Right. It's a very clunky, elaborate. It's very gaudy, over the top. Like if there was a super disadvantage to stealth checks.
What if we called this because I love the name Kaiser. I think that sounds cool. Could we maybe at least call the armor the Kaiser armor? I think that's kind of cool.
Like Kaiser aluminum.
Maybe. I mean, it has like a kind of a glow to it. When I say Kaiser, like look at like like it glows a little bit there. Yeah, see? Maybe? I don't know. I'm really in the mood to name some shit here.
But yes, Kurtz, you should wear that immediately.
Or were there any sort of negative side effects to the armor?
Not that I detected.
Was a negative thing just the no necromancy magic?
It is immune to necromancy.
It's not really negative.
No, not really.
I mean, if the Horsemen employ that kind of thing, Kurtz, as I whisper quietly to him, that would provide you immunity.
Although Calvabar did die while wearing this. Well,
Scythe is not necromantic, but
Either way.
Well, maybe that tells us something without anything really telling us in the first place. And maybe that means that was not the necrotic damage that they were taking, that they couldn't be brought back to life when they died. I don't know, maybe.
And
you got hit by that scythe a bunch of times.
And so when you inspect the helmet gives true sight as well.
Holy shit.
I'm like the strongest level 1 character.
Oh my god, yeah, you've got god armor. Oh, by the way, the helmet gives you true sight.
What's that mean?
You see into everything.
Oh god.
This is probably how they saw you, Finley, when you were invisible.
That's actually probably true there, Rin. And outside of game here, that's all we need is for Kurtz Glaskin, who sees ghosts already.
I wonder what's gonna happen.
Now he'll truly see them.
This poor guy already sees
the ethereal plane.
You are gonna see so many ghosts.
Back in. Just let me throw that out there real quick.
Look at you guys. I see dead people.
Yes,
we know Kurt.
Not new, Kurt.
Holy shit. Alright.
Legendary item bullshit. Okay.
Yeah, I'll start donning the armor, because no level 2 fighter is going to turn down magical plate.
1.
Level 1, yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
you're right.
you have the strength, right? You can wear it.
You just need 16. Or no, 15. You should be fine.
What is your strength at?
17.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Burger could wear it.
You can have my chainmail.
No, I prefer to be stealthy when I need to be.
Okay.
Not to mention, I don't think she can wear heavy.
I don't think I get to be stealthy anymore, guys.
Okay. So it'll take you quite a while. This is a very, very elaborate magical suit of armor. So it's going to take you quite a bit of time of like, do I put this piece on and then this one? Nope. So it's going to take you a while to get familiar with this suit.
Are the guards any help at all?
They're trying to be, but they are not. They're probably adding more time to donning this armor, but they're trying. They mean well, but they're more sucking up and like, oh, you look fantastic. Like, look at this piece. Like, do your biceps get bigger when you wear it? It's going to be.
Okay. First order of business. Stop trying to suck my dick through my teeth.
Sir. Okay.
Sir. You like pull the bullet out. Okay. Okay.
Does that include brown nosing, sir?
Yes.
Oh
no. Go away.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
When they finally fuck off, I'll finish putting on the armor.
Yeah, if you dismiss them, they'll definitely leave, and you can finish putting on the armor. All right. So as you take your first step down, you kind of like look over the armor. There's a very, very narrow slit as you're kind of like looking through. This is definitely not a convenient set of armor. So once you have it on, it occurs to you that your perception, you're going to be at a disadvantage wearing this suit.
I have true sight.
But doing basic perception checks, so true sight grants additional things, but regular perception checks.
Some visor shit going on. It's like everything you can see past my peripherals.
Right.
Yeah,
Perception checks will be at a disadvantage.
It's like that. It's like that old
good right here.
Yeah, right.
Your armor, just like the line.
It's
So-
what jousters would wear, yeah.
Night visor.
So your movement in this suit is only 25 feet per turn.
I think it's 5 feet long. It's not bad.
And let's see, stealth checks will be obviously a disadvantage. We don't have super disadvantages, but if there was, you would have it. but it's not a thing. So stealth
It is immune
checks.
to inspiration influence to break the stealth disadvantage.
There you go. Perfect. I love it. Stealth checks. Super disadvantage. But other than that, you feel like a ridiculous looking badass. For a level 1, you're fucking Iron Man in this suit
Like
as a
Power
level.
Ranger.
Right. Exactly. You're the gold Power Ranger or whatever the special one was.
Oh boy.
For the Emperor!
Yeah.
But as you're walking, you're kind of like, like there's no joint movement and stuff. This is definitely not a battle-friendly suit of armor, but yeah.
We're gonna have to fix that.
How do you feel?
Me personally?
Yeah.
I'm convinced that Tavaria could read my mind while I'm wearing this, but...
Ooh. Interesting.
We did do identify, so...
I detected no such curse or influence of that nature.
True, but...
it is something you wouldn't want to give up, so therefore you'd probably want to stay in her good books.
It's true. Well,
Now that you've tried it on, do you want to
can't
keep?
take it off.
Do you want to take it off, or do you want to keep it on?
I'll keep it on. If something,
Dilly! We just got subscribers.
Dilly.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Welcome to the family.
I think if, something occurs where more agility is needed than pure fucking, purge, crusade.
Can somebody really quick look at the dawning time for full suit of armor?
Hopefully
10
in
minutes.
Okay, this one's actually going to probably be double because it's overly extensive, because it's ornate, it's got a lot of bells and whistles, a lot of extras, pieces of armor that doesn't fucking make sense. Like, this could be one piece, why is it 4 pieces? So, it's, and like, it has to be in a particular order, and it kind of slides and clicks in, it's this ridiculous... Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be double the doff time. So this
Chris,
is...
I will definitely have unseen servants every morning ready to help you don this.
Boy, that's gonna be real helpful.
You need Squire 1, Squire 2, and Squire 3 for this.
So what's the normal dawn for a full?
It's 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So dawn
10
is...
to dawn, 5 to doff.
20.
Okay, so 20, and then doff is 5, so it's 10.
I really hope there's a slit for you to pee and poop, because, that's going to be hell when you need to use the restroom.
The left leg seems like it's a little bit girthier, so maybe that's where it deposits. So you're not sure.
Well, that is an ab...
there's just like... That's what the cape's for, is there's just like a chute that like...
You have a bare ass, just one big bare...
The cape covered.
Long johns.
Yeah, Long Johnson. Well, can he reach behind you with the shoulders and the armor? Is it like giving him enough dexterity to kind of reach around?
There's no way to do that.
The rule of cool would just say no.
It's just like, here it is.
Just flip the cape out of the way, lift the hat.
Out of curiosity, this armor, does it have any iconography of the goddesses or anything like that?
So you're kind of doing a once-over, kind of checking out the armor. So he didn't particularly look for that while he's wearing it, but he's kind of standing there, like, doing his little hero pose. Give me a perception check as you look around on this thing.
So while
10.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Do your thing first.
Okay, so as you're looking through, it does seem like there is some... So the armor has a lot of white on it, and then a lot of the parts that kind of like protrude off of it are kind of... Looks like it's gold-plated, and that's kind of like all the details, all the swirls, all the tribal-looking markings and stuff. But it seems like if you're looking for a purpose for the design, there's definitely influences for the 3 different tribals. But you're not able to kind of connect the dots of what it means. But you do see some tribal significance in the swirling pattern.
They told me I could be anything, so I became a tank.
while we're watching him do all this, like putting on the armor and then all this stuff, Finley's gonna take out his bottle of Alika just to be inspired for a minute, and he's going to sing to Kurtz as we're kind of like watching you walk around, I guess. And I'm gonna say, he's Kurtz Gladskin, the new captain of the guard here in the city. He's got new
That scared me.
piece of armor and a nice sweet new cape, but his helmet makes him see shitty.
All right, because of your song, someone has just redeemed an inspiration point for Finley Shenanigan.
Oh, nice! Hey, sweet.
There you go.
That's awesome.
You already have one, so we'll put one in the bank, but I can't source to write that down. But you got an extra one behind that one.
Awesome.
Cool.
I'll
Thank
turn
you.
to Urgra and just be like, see, I still see the ghosts. That means they're really there.
Yo, bitch.
Do you see the ghost still?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
They're all around us. Timothy, tell her, not other Timothy. We're still
found
looking
Timmy?
for that Timothy. No, we're still looking for him. This is a different Timothy.
Okay.
This Timothy, holy shit, he got cut in half.
Vertically or horizontally?
Yes.
Okay.
Get quartered.
And I would say, Finley, this is the first time observing Kurtz's, body movements where you're like, this is actually not impressive. Like, you're picturing, like, Michelin Man, like, even though he's not fat, you're just picturing this, like, not, like, what? This is not Kurtz. The Kurtz I know is this Greek god kind of a thing, you know what I mean? Like,
Right. Yeah, right. When Urga was talking about, like, trying to think of some metal names, and this guy is, like, Holy Avenger over here. Yeah, no, I get it.
you're more like, yeah.
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 Kind of a little bit of, I got it.
Yeah. But you don't have to say anything.
I'll remember that.
Yeah.
I'll remember that for later.
Now, considering you look a bit weighed down, Kurtz, should we make our way to the Bane before it runs too late, since we might have a slowdown for you?
Well, I doubt he's any slower than Finley.
Oh, now, okay.
I mean,
I'm
I will remind you
right
that
here.
Finley won the race with the Giants.
Well,
Thank you, Rin. Thank you.
how's this? Since this is very cumbersome, and I do have a 25-pound chest that can hold 12 cubic feet of material, or 300 pounds.
It would perfectly fit inside the chest.
It would, wouldn't it?
It's almost like it was part of the plan.
I'll just
Almost.
I'll just wear this then when I am enacting on Temple Bithnith.
Sure, you are on your vacation week.
Yeah, but
Are you going to keep the helmet on or put it all away?
I'll keep the helmet on.
Okay, I will grant if you keep the helmet on, it will give you the passive ability of True Sight.
What's the range on that?
Maybe like 60.
60.
You want to say the spell is actually 30.
Is it 30?
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
wait.
same team. DM said 60, so we're going with 60.
This is a divine true sight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give. Well, let's see. Okay, but also wearing it though, your normal perception will always be a disadvantage, so that will be imposed as well. So.
The piercing is actually, the spell is 120 feet.
That's the spell.
Yeah, just saying.
So I'll give it up to 60 for True Sight, but any perception checks will be disadvantage.
Cool. Just based on sight or completely?
What do you mean?
Like
you're
your
saying.
Yeah, any perception check. So if it's smelling,
So I'm
vision,
basically wearing
hearing.
a space helmet.
Exactly. It's just this little slit, like I can really see what I can see, but if it's not in this slit, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, everything in there looks cool as fuck. I
Right.
can see everything.
the exact same headphones you're wearing right now inside the helmet to make it cushy, but just like all sound.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But it looks cool. You just you aren't good at looking while you're looking cool,
All right.
Hey,
So we
I'm
do
rolling.
we do have two more stops here, right? We did Revenant, we did Temple. We do have to find us some Shroud and Bane stuff, right? I mean, I know we didn't necessarily plant the seed where someone was supposed to in the Bane
Oh, we
thing.
did. We talked to the Bane General, remember?
I mean, did we really plant the seed, though? We're trusting a guy that, like, locked us away in dungeons, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like, it's the same.
Different guy.
Okay, okay. They all look... Never mind.
Don't be racist,
okay.
Finley.
Oh god.
But so we should go Shroud first, just to make sure, kind of do a little catch-up on how that all went down, and then maybe clean it up, or what do you think here?
I would say Bane, because we don't actually know when that fight is going to happen, and I don't want to miss it.
So just so you guys, you guys can choose to go wherever you want. There's still a lot of time left in the week, but for where the teleporter goes, outside of Herd of Flurgan, it's going to be a day travel one direction to Mount Vottun, and then the other direction for the other Bane is going to be Valkenheim, and that is also a day in a different direction.
We know that Magma
and then
was supposed to fight today, right?
Right, and then the teleporter is towards the Shroud is right outside the Lion area, and then there's other Shroud areas, and those are a bit of a travel. So you guys can make that decision based on that.
Yeah,
we need horses. We need some mobile horses.
We could probably get some in Herd of Flurgan.
Well, we were in Hergenfergen for a while. Were there any properly sized stallions? Nope. DM says nope.
It's a half.
I could tell you that too. Yeah, no.
If there was any, they'd be little ass ponies. Yeah.
Little Sheplins.
More like Great Danes, maybe.
Technically for Finley, not for us.
You can get a Mastiff as a mount.
You can, yep.
You can ride a 4
And actually, this is actually something that I remember from when I said that I made notes when I was at work, and then I was like, I threw through the wash because that's a smart thing to do. Interestingly enough, that is the one thing I wanted to do when we were in Candoria. We don't necessarily have to go through all of this because I know we're trying to do other things, but I would like to buy a pet. And I would like for it to be a baby pet of something.
Okay.
And to be quite honest, I don't even care what it is.
Okay, and with that, we'll go on our next break.
Fantastic.
We will discuss said pet stuff during our break, and hopefully we will have a verdict when we come back. We really enjoy you guys being here, watching us play. Make sure to click the follow button, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when we go live. If you really like what we do and you want to support us, we would love it if you became a subscriber. It helps us further the channel and grow everything. Join the Discord so you guys can talk with us during the week, and we come with a lot of announcements of things that are upcoming, some great stuff. YouTube channel for catching up on anything, and we will see you guys in a few minutes.
And on the break, if I'm not mistaken, I think you can still click on the D&D things. Like you can still click.
Yep, it's an overlay. Yep.
Yeah, with the overlay, with the character sheets and everything. So check that out too while you're on the break if you want.
Perfect. And we will see you guys in a few minutes.
Bye.
Bye.
The dice are telling me it's a 20. We're sticking with it. Okay, just go. I'm gonna go over here because I'm gonna belt this shit. I'm just gonna go.
Yes, this is my daughter Melody.
Ah! Oh. You shall find justice upon your soul. Turn it into a. Let's go with a gelatinous cube.
Okay.
And I'll let it just go ahead and sit there and start dissolving the place up.
Yeah, we're on our phones.
No, we're paying attention. Yeah, we're focused.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah.
I'll just sort of run my finger through the scar that goes across my head. Indeed.
Grab it by the head, start slamming the skull into the stone wall next to me until the skull just shatters. Bend the fucking knee, peasants.
I'm gonna burn a lucky point.
Okay.
Oh my god!
It's meant to be.
Tell Caldevar, if you can, please, sir, that Kurtz Glaskin is going...
Come up to Ren and say, speaking of teamwork, do you have any offensive spells at all?
Right? He's got a really scruffy, nasty beard and kind of kicks his foot. Like, ow! Down. He just starts going off on this rift. Martha will turn to the crowd and he'll go, "Are you not entertained?" Hail, brave adventurer!
Hello there, everyone's favourite halfling bard, Finley Shenanigan here. Being the soulful adventurer that I am, and known for telling a tale or two, pull up a stool to grab a pint as I tell you a story about my favourite hero, me. In my years of travelling, I met people of all walks and cultures. Although the Horsemen coming didn't affect me directly, I saw the toll they left behind. The destruction and devastation these villainous beings left in their wake sparked something within me. How was I, Finley Shenanigan, to become the greatest, most legendary bard that Candoria had ever seen, if no one was around to behold my glory? More importantly, where is Alundra? When will she be back? And what will she be wearing? Hopefully something revealing. Anywho, setting on my journey, I shared my glamour with those who had never witnessed such pure, unadulterated excellence before. My legacy was to replace their despair and unite the people for the war yet to come. In the end of the day, everyone could be a hero. Everyone has a little adventure inside of them. And if you don't, would you like one?
Ah, salutations. I am Rin Enoran, historian of Candoria, renowned problem solver, an elf of esteemed conscience. When I became of age, I set out as a Rena and departed from my home of Othalos to the city of Egoras to study the arcane arts. With some difficulties, I was able to teach myself while working as a scribe in the library of Alashar. There, I produced a masterpiece of Candoria's history and its secrets, my manifesto, the true record of our world. However, even my aspirations dwindled when Alundra's guidance vanished, followed by the devastation from the Horsemen's wake. Despite all the wounds we have suffered, I shall never let our existence be forgotten, for I believe our best hope lies with our knowledge and story made eternal.
My name is Kurt Glaskin, and I have lost everything that I've loved in this world. My daughters, my wife, my friends, all of them dead to the Horsemen. And now I have a chance to redeem myself, to protect my friends, to lead humanity into a new age of light and hope. Alundra abandoned us, the goddesses abandoned us, and left us with these monsters. And I want to take everything from them that they've taken from us. I live in a world of blood and hatred and violence, and so I will become that violence. I will be that hatred, and I will be exactly what we need, a sword against the darkness.
My name is Urgra Dropper, and I am a dependable ambassador. I was the only half-breed in my mother's tribe of orcs where the threat of being eaten constantly hung over my head. And yet, those were some of the happiest times of my life compared to my time with the Revenant. I was 12 when I first picked up a bow and started hunting, and I quickly found that people make the most interesting prey and often deserve an arrow in the head far more than most monsters. Magic and even the Three Sisters were always something weird and sinister to me. That is, until by chance I crossed paths with the High Priestess Alundra, who showed me that magic, like everything else, can be used for good or for evil. And that's what I'll keep on repeating to myself every time one of those stuck-up magical morons say something that makes me want to cut out their tongues.
The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
Thing.
Yep, chest. Adventuring gear. Common, a chest can hold 12 cubic feet / 300 pounds of gear.
Amazing.
Huh. Interesting.
It is literally a chest.
We are back. We were just talking about some details here.
Chests.
Chests. We were talking about, yes, not boobs, but chests. Yeah. Welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed the little lore videos. So these guys are getting ready to leave Candoria to head towards... We'll let them figure it out. But before they take off, Finley said he wants to look into buying a Quicha. What kind of Quicha are you looking to purchase?
I mean, it can be trainable. Trainable would be preferable, but honestly, like, I'll even just roll for a random creature if that makes it easier. I just wanna pet. I'm looking for a baby version.
There is a ferret breeder that is in Candoria.
Done.
On your one.
Done.
I now need to Google what baby ferret looks like.
They are fucking adorable. They are the cutest little things, and when they run, they kind of kick up their butt as they're running. It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
But
just
important question:
Go ahead.
do you want to get one of the ones that's two-tone color? It's kind of like a light gray and a black, or do you want to get a albino one that's white and has pink eyes?
I'll turn to Urgra and be like, Urgra, I mean, is there really any difference between an albino and the dual color? I mean, which one do you kind of like there? I'll like hold up both the ferret babies.
I mean, generally speaking, the ones that have been breeded to look a certain way have more chance of something going wrong because people have tried to change nature and that doesn't tend to go well.
All right. And I'll hold it even closer to her face. But like, which one do you like? Like, which one?
Oh, just sniffing. Okay. Can I do like an animal handling check or something to
Sure.
see?
Sure.
And what I'm looking for, I'm going to say I'm looking for hardiness, like the one that'll actually tolerate like hard travel, constant.
Who is the runt and who is not?
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Hit me with your best shot.
Ooh.
All right. You think that the albino one, the pros of this one is pink eyes, scary as fuck. If it was sent on some kind of attack, that would be more scary. But it's just kind of a known thing that albino creatures are kind of at a genetic disadvantage. They don't like the sun as much. If you guys are out traveling, they're probably the regular. Exactly. So the regular one is probably more ideal, but it's not quite as scary as this, white thing with pink eyes charging at your face. But you don't know what his intentions are. So as far as practicality, probably the regular one.
I would say the two-tone Finley will serve you best.
Okay.
Why not both?
Good point, Kurt Gladskin. I've never had these are called ferrets, right?
They are ferrets.
Little creatures, right?
So the breeder that's there, as you're kind of kicking questions back and forth, ferrets are notoriously more like pack-oriented animals. They are very, very high energy. They like to be around creatures of their own kind. That doesn't mean you can't have one and it's not going to be a miserable creature, but they definitely thrive better when there's multiple ones of them. Some side effects of owning ferrets: they are stinky as fuck. The bodies of them are very pungent, and their fecal matter is even stronger. So having a ferret with you is going to have a stink.
Prestidigitation all the time.
Right. Yeah, that's Rin's department.
That's
Rin.
your department. I ain't doing that.
But some advantages of having extremely potent poo is you could use that to kind of like mark an area, and you could find it later. So there may be some advantage/disadvantage to having a ferret.
Just to having multiple ferrets.
Right.
All right. So here's the question. All right, I've never owned a ferret before. I'm kind of, I don't know what to do with it. I was going to ask this guy for tips and like get some ferret food and that kind of thing, which
sure.
We'll get to that. But having one is enough, but perhaps two. I look at their little baby faces. Urgra, do you want a ferret?
No, Grandma, I don't want a ferret.
All right. I'll tell you what. Yeah, no, fuck it. I want. Yeah, I'll take them both. I want both ferrets. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Give me a flat D20 roll real quick, Finley.
Okay.
Sure.
One of them dies the instant you touch it.
No.
It's like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Are they actually ferrets?
You are totally succumbed to the charm of these adorable creatures. They're just... You are in love. So, the breeder kind of the breeder has this kind of tunnel system thing set up, and they run into it, and they're playing, and they're tackling each other, and they're kind of their butts kind of kicking up.
I can't separate the two.
No, you are like, totally, yeah.
I have to take them. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So just real quick, we don't have to, but just some basic training things and some food to take with me, and perhaps if he even has some sort of little like ferret satchel that I can just kind of sling on me, I could put him in a little ferret holder.
There, you can get a belt that kind of has 2 belt loops that will hold them in front of you, and they'll kind of like.
Bjorn.
Yeah, it's exactly like a baby Bjorn thing, and they'll both kind of like. This is their bodies, their head and their bodies.
They could be in here, but while we're walking, they could be up on my neck and things. Like, well, we'll figure it out as we go along.
As far as like adventuring gear, that's all he has, just a belt loop where they can sit in it. If you don't like that, it's just going to be you. Good luck.
Nope. Okay, I'll take like ferret training manual, ferret food, and the ferret belt. How much is that, DM?
A couple gold. A couple gold would cover all of it, I think.
How about one?
Tactical ferret pouches.
How about 2?
I rolled a 2. Okay.
A 2, yeah.
Split the difference.
I think
okay,
two gold will cover it. Yeah, they're not super exotic. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh boy.
And for
All
food,
right.
normal rations. Like they eat. Very similar things to you. Just make sure it's very not spiced up kind of thing. Like very generic food, and they'll be fine.
Cool. Okay. All right. That's all I need to do. To the teleporters. Here we go.
Okay.
Yes, but no. Finley, we're looking to purchase horses.
Oh, okay. All right.
Why don't we just rent like a carriage?
I don't know if the carriage will fit through the. It might fit through the teleportation.
We've walked through this teleporter multiple times. Does a carriage or horses fit through this teleporter?
Is it big enough? For
It's
a carriage?
pretty.
Is it gonna like splice them?
It's pretty
If we don't put them
small.
all in?
You haven't had experience, so you don't know what would happen. But based on how much time is left in the week, you guys can get a horse or whatever if you want. But if you got a horse, it would probably be logical that you would just ride the horse the whole way and not teleport it, because they are smaller. They're not like.
Well, yeah, that's what I was asking. We've
Right.
been to the Horrifying teleporter there and back, so we could see a fucking horse doesn't fit, right?
Right.
Basically, what you're saying.
Okay, all right. Horse.
So
horse-
how-
So if you teleported and then walked, it would be a day travel from the teleporter's location. But if you did a horse from Candoria, it's probably going to take a lot longer than teleporting and walking the
It
rest
only
of the
worked
way.
if we had horses in Horrifying.
Right.
All right, never mind. Ignore me. To the teleporter pad. Shimmy, all the way there.
Okay, were you guys wanting to go to the Shroud or to the Bane?
Erdguffergen.
The Bane. So we'll have to do
The Bane one? Okay, so you will come through and it'll be near the Herd of Flurgan area. As magical beam me up Scottiness. There doesn't seem to be anybody on the other side. You're still in the forest, and you
Finley
can.
doesn't have a ferret head.
Oh no, he does not. Nope, they are both alive.
All three of them.
I do have this big wrap thing with the feather on it. I mean, that could be something kind of snuggly to sleep in or something. I don't know. They can go where they want.
What is your plan for bringing these only semi-trained ferrets along? You have 2 of them.
I am going to be constantly paying attention to them. I was just about to say, like, even if it gives me like disadvantage on perception checks, I'm totally fine with that. I am all over these 2. And it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, when you walk in a group and you're like constantly like, you're looking at your base, you kind of like use like I'm still in the group, so I can just follow the flow of where we're walking.
Right.
I have no idea where we're going.
So are you trying to keep them on you, or are you letting them kind of run around?
I'm keeping them on me.
Okay.
I'll use little treats to like get them to like come up here, like just make sure that they stay on me and they go in the little pockets and whatever the training manual said. Not letting them run away.
All right, give me 2 animal handling checks. The first one will be for the gray and black, and the other one will be for the white one.
Sure. Animal handling. Yeah, this.
You're immune to that once, so
Okay, all right.
Oh, wow, you had a -4.
Yeah. So that was the gray one you said. Oh my god.
He killed all of his pets growing up.
Hey, come on, look at that!
Oh, wow,
That's impressive.
That's pretty good.
I mean, you rolled a 19 and an 8.
That's better than I've rolled the entire campaign.
your initial reaction as you guys are setting off on this adventure, like, I want some pets! And you go and buy pets, and then as you're like, oh, fuck, I just bought some pets. But so you're kind of half expecting it to be kind of a nightmare, juggling these two only half-trained, like, not travel-y animals. But they seem to be doing really, really well. They enjoy their company together, and it seems like both of them being together really keeps them more like they collectively listen to you than opposed to one would be like, ooh, squirrel, you know, like they're each other's squirrel, you know, like they.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they
kill them.
Exactly. So you're actually able to keep them mostly entertained, and they're not trying to run off, and it's surprisingly pretty easy to keep track of both of these so far. Have you thought?
And I will say this,
okay,
as a precursor, just for now, if I had one available, if there's ever a time where you want me to roll animal handling for these guys, and I can inspire them, I will do it. Just I will be like, come on, little guy, and I'm pre-inspiring just in case, like, just saying, just for future reference, I might throw that in there. But anyway,
sure,
continue.
Okay.
So as we're walking, Finley, what are you going to name them? Salt and pepper?
You know,
that's cute.
That's actually a pretty good start there, Rin. I was actually going to ask the group. You know, I thought maybe, we the Warriors oath here. You know, we've been really taking on the bad guys and really trying to, I thought they don't have to be a mascot or nothing, but I just thought it'd be kind of fun to have something else to kind of entertain us as we're going. And I was going to ask the group for name suggestions. So that's not a bad start there, Uncle Rin. That's a good one.
Uncle Rin.
Does anyone else have any suggestions as we're, walking through teleporters and walking through fucking Herdeflurgen and shit?
Herdeflurgen.
The same sort of vein, sugar and spice.
Oh, okay. Oh, by the way, Urgra, and I'll flip them up real quick. Are they boy-girl fairs? Like, what are they?
Do I even need to roll?
Does it matter?
No. I just
if you make a
what if we can get more ferrets?
God willing, they're not male, female.
Yeah, we can have an infinite number of ferrets.
And they are. There's one male, one female. Thank you for bringing that up.
Did the trader guy say that they were related? Are they siblings, or they're just two fucking ferrets? He didn't say.
They're both babies, so yeah.
They're probably
just the same letter, or around the same time.
Let's get them both. We'll figure this out later. Okay. Oh, I got a boy and a girl. Which one's the boy, DM?
Let's go with the black and gray one.
Black and gray, yep. That makes sense. Albino is the girl one.
That makes sense.
Sure.
It's 50-50. That makes it's science, yeah.
All right. So when we go to Herdeflurgen, guys, do you think we should stock up on any kind of supplies? Maybe they'll give us like a little bit of a discount since we just, saved our fucking city. And then perhaps we could just continue our trek, like I said, they're not really going to have horses for us, maybe for me, but you guys will literally kill them. Urgra, maybe not so much, again, you're in your little girl form, you might be able to ride a little horse.
What are you? Oh, Finley, no. I'm like 5'8".
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind then. All right. Well, maybe I'll just get a fucking horse. I'm buying all kinds of. It's like a petting zoo here. But do we need any kind of supplies while we're in Herdeflurgen before we make the trek?
I'm pretty out of money from when I first arrived here. I've spent a lot of money on supplies.
Oh, do you need money? I have some.
Oh no, I'm fine. I still have I don't. Oh, I have 2 health potions actually. Does anyone need one?
Eventually.
Perhaps eventually we'll find out.
And as far as viewer purchased, Urgra, Kurtz, and Rin have a health potion. Right.
Regular one.
Just throwing reminders out. And then for inspiration points, Finley, Rin, and Urgra has one. And then Urgra has a sanity point in the bank, but you don't have your item yet, so it doesn't really matter. But it's there for when you do.
Perhaps pick up just a small set of provisions just for dinner, since it'll only be a day.
Isn't that what the ferrets are for?
There's plenty of food for me to hunt if you guys want to save your point on that.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if we're making the trek there, and that's something that you want to do there, Urgra, just sharpen your, keep the sword sharp, or I guess in your case the arrow sharp there, and then the eye keen. Sure, I think that's fine. I mean, anything else y'all can think of while we're going? I'll just make a quick little in and out here, real quick.
I'm good.
Oh wait, which one of you has my manacles from Guy?
Oh, those were destroyed.
What do you mean they were destroyed?
Devaria disintegrated them.
Those are
See,
expensive, man.
do you want me to find some manacles in here for you, first class? They might actually just be halfling size. I don't know if you really. I mean, or you could have these, and I'll hold up my fuzzy ones.
They're adjustable.
You know what? I think I'm good. I have.
Okay, all right. Well, no pumping in it. All right, okay. So I'll truck into her for you real quick and I'll spend, how much, like 10 gold, 20 gold worth of stuff? It's a day trip, right?
Yeah, what are you buying?
My God.
It's like
gold?
It's like 10 silver.
You guys always throw gold around. Gold is expensive. Like, that's a lot of money.
I don't know about the rest of the group, but my character, literally on my sheet, is like, I just spend fucking money. So let's do that. I got gold to fling. Let's go. Like, how much do you guys want in shit?
Dollar bills, y'all.
It's
like gold coin.
Some tea and some breakfast and some dinner.
Actually, that'd be interesting. If we show up to a dwarven stronghold with something they don't have, particularly maybe alcohol, that halflings are famous for, we maybe receive it.
Done. Nope, got it.
Urgra, I don't know what history book you're reading, but they have plenty of ale.
Yeah, what dwarven stronghold doesn't have alcohol?
Well, variety. It's a little gesture.
They would be happy to receive a gift of that sort, I'd imagine.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Well, yes.
Cool. All right, so I'm already running. I know exactly where to go, and it's later in the day, so this should be good.
Sure, we can just
to kind of expedite it a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna go find a Dorfus. I'm gonna go to Banff. I know that they got the good shit. I will buy 20 gold worth of whatever good shit that they got.
Are you trying to get Shenana Bomb Ale?
We still have one, if I'm not mistaken. Because we only blew up 2.
That's true.
Did you take it with you, or did you leave it at?
Barrel, though.
I mean, the barrel's there. I don't think anyone ever played it.
It's at
the trees. It's in the trees. It was the tree one.
Yeah, we'll say it's still buried, and it's a large keg. So if you want to grab the whole keg, okay.
Yeah, right.
Or you can transfer into something smaller if you want. Are you looking for Shenana Bomb, or are you going for some other shit?
Okay, so when I go to a Dorfus, the one thing, and I'm glad he's awake now, because the one thing I wanted to mention to him was, by the way, a Dorfus, if you ever come across something called back birch sap, have you ever heard of such a thing?
I guess we're fast tracking all the way up to it. Do you want to RP it, or do you want to? No, we can fast track. No, he has not heard of that.
Okay, cool. I will let a Dorfus know that back birch sap is really good shit to make some brew out of. So probably want to look into that if you can start maybe adding that into the Banff repertoire of making ales. You know, the levers and shit that we like to do. Cool.
Okay.
And then I will spend 20 gold worth to get some Banff brew alcohol to take with us and then we can go dig up the Shenana Bomb that we already have in the thing. So we'll have exotic brews, we'll have Shenana Bombs, and I'll get some rations in town for 10 gold worth. So I'm spending 30 gold worth of shit.
Okay, so what they'll actually, what they'll do was...
And I will grab 5 souvenir fair cups.
Anything else, sir? Your shopping spree.
Oh, I hope you wrote those all down.
All right, so what they'll actually do was there was 7 different microbrew flavors: luck, skill, concentrated, diluted, pleasure, pain, fear. They'll give you 7 mini kegs. So whilst on the go, you could make your own concoctions. Each of them on their own are definitely drinkable, but as they combine, they may have mysterious effects.
Okay, so 10 gold worth of rations, 20 gold worth of 7 mini kegs, and then 5 Banff souvenir cups.
Right.
That's all I want to get.
And all of these Banff cups
Yes.
say Banff on the cup.
Oh, of course they do. Yeah,
It's
I know. Yeah,
legit as fuck.
Yeah, they're legit. Yeah.
Like, whatever you're thinking, it's actually cooler looking.
Okay.
And then take that and then add another 0.5. Yeah.
I got it. Okay.
Right.
Wicked cool. All right, cool. All right, so, like I said, whatever 10 gold worth of rations will get me, whatever 20 gold worth of 7 mini kegs will get me, and then the 5 BAM cups. And then I'd come trudging out to all my friends. I'll probably have to have a fucking wagon or have someone wagon it out to us. Be like, all right, I think we're ready.
Did you get like little like shot glass size things for your ferrets of Banff cups?
I mean,
Still
of course you did.
Yeah. If they have BAM shot
The
glasses,
gift
I'll
shop
get
has
some.
them. Yeah, all sorts. Yeah.
Of course. Just BAM, and maybe that's it. Yeah. So BAM souvenir cups and BAM shot glasses, and I'm gonna head out to my crew.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So you guys see, so you're waiting there at the teleporter pad as he's like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some, I'll be right back. He comes back like all this fucking shit, totally, like encumbered.
Wow.
Trugging along, maybe dragging a cart full of shit, like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But you see him coming up just with all this. Yeah, exactly. That'll be included in the price. But, like, I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab one little thing. And he comes, like a woman going to a mall, a whole shopping cart full of shit. So you guys see Finley coming up, like, super excited, really proud of himself. He found all this cool stuff. What do you guys want to do?
Out in a wheelbarrow.
Exactly.
Wow.
Maybe one of the wheels is squeaky, so he's coming up like shit-eating grin, super proud, says, we eat,
Well, I gotta say, Finley, I'm surprised you found so much practical stuff here in Hergerford. What did you find?
Okay. I'm glad you asked, Urgra. Let's start with, I got some rations here. I just took 10 gold and said, give me some shit. And the guy just threw a whole bunch of, like, foods and things. I know he said to go to hunt, but, water skins, whatever we might need, tent setup, whatever. I went to Banff. Someone made the suggestion, I think it was actually you, Urgra, who said, well, if we go to the Bane, perhaps, like, having some sort of alcoholic gift presented might actually give us a little bit of sway. Great. And I know where to get some, and I will show them the 7 mini kegs. And hey, did we never use the 3rd Shenanabomb? Is that still in the fucking forest? And I point over there towards the trees. Did we ever pick that up?
I suppose.
I didn't.
I didn't touch it.
All right. Well, perhaps we could grab that on the way. And just because we're all friends here, and this means a lot to me, and I will start to pick up the Banff cups. I'll be like Urgra and Rain and Kurtz.
And because you are now a member of Banff, you got 10% discount on all Banff merch. Yeah.
Banff merch.
Yep.
Thank you, Finley.
Is that a promo code?
You were still completely overcharged, but you got the 10% off for being, a level 1 member. Yeah.
Banff promo code.
Yeah.
No, you're welcome. I figured we got a little bit of a trek here. No one says we have to give all 7 to the dwarves. We could always just pint one ourselves. And if I'm not mistaken, there was a certain combination here of these 7 that makes the Shenanabombs. And if I remember the recipe correct, we could try to make it ourselves. You can actually combine some of these, just like 1 or 2 or 3, and they all do some different shit. So maybe we do a little bit of experimentation. We don't have to. I'm just saying there's a little bit of intrigue here. We could play around with this a bit, and we could still have enough left over to give as a gift.
Or give that as the gift. Test that dwarven resilience.
Yeah, like, I like the idea, but to test this, we have to get shit-faced drunk.
I mean, that is kind of the bonus after effect. Yes, that's some
Finley, how do you expect us to carry all this?
Well, I have this little wagony thing here that kind of came with the package deal.
It's halfling wagon, so really small wheels. Mm-hmm. So for him, this seems like a grand idea. For all of you guys are like you're dragging this car.
Yeah, that will be.
The wheels are like this big. Yeah.
Wait, off road? I thought we were going on the road. When are we going off of it?
By that I mean at least a dirt road as opposed to a cobbled street.
Let's drag it. How heavy can it be?
Oh, so wait. Did we ever say how far it was from here to there? I know how far, but Finley doesn't remember.
About a day's walk, Finley.
Yes.
And as a day's walk, it's not 8 hours, it's 24 hours. Like, it's an entire day's walk.
Oh. So we'll probably get there.
Well, you know, like, yeah, exactly. Like 24 hours with the rest and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, I'm not fucking pushing this thing the whole time.
Well, I can assemble servants as we walk.
Wait a second. Hold on. Hold that thought. I'm gonna run back into town to buy a mini pony. How much are they? I got gold, man. Let's just.
How much gold do you have left?
I will tell you in a second. 97 minus, what did I just say? The 10, 20, 30, 40, 35. So 97 minus 35, whatever that is.
They cost 34 gold. You'll have 1 copper left, actually, after I run the precise numbers of, you know, the...
Okay, so
97 minus 35 is going to be 62, so then the horse is 66 and 9 silver?
It's exactly what it comes out to. You have 1 copper.
So now technically I have 2 copper left, because I had 1 from before, and I have 1 copper.
Exactly, you have 2 copper.
Amazing. Yes. I will go do that, and as you guys
But
wait
this
there
horse
for 5 more minutes,
it comes with this carrying capacity that's exactly what you need. Like, it
has a little, like, cargo saddle on it.
All the cargo pouches for the 7 kegs, like, all that that comes... You have 2 copper to spare, yep.
Cool, awesome. Well, you know, he can have the little saddlebags, he can pull the wagon and things. You know, we'll be peachy keen here. This is great.
But let it be known, this is, you know, Shetland pony, My Little Pony status. It not going to be able to carry a person, but it will just enough to carry all your shit.
Fair. Nope. I love it. That's fantastic.
And when you call it a noble steed, it does look like it's slightly happier.
I love him even more now.
Is this one of those where we actually have to hook him up backwards because he moonwalks his way?
No, he moves forward.
I was going to say, I fucking hope
Have you not seen the moonwalk Shetland pony?
No.
Oh my god, I'll share that with you later.
I'll check that out. All right, so there we go. Problem solved. Sorry for the hold up there. I never really thought about having to actually pull the thing. I just got excited when you said, alcohol is a gift. I just went right for it. So anyway, I think we're good now. We got the horse. We got the thing to pull. I think we're good. I think we're good here.
Yes, I suppose we are.
The shit you buy, man.
All right, off we go then.
Just fucking money. I don't give a shit. Go nuts.
I mean,
you do you, boo boo.
I'm always in debt. I spend my ill-gotten gains on decadent luxuries faster than I can bring them in. Like, to the T, just got money spending it.
This pony is definitely like a show pony. The mane is like super long, you know, like long flowing locks. It's definitely not a war veteran.
A war pony?
Yes, definitely not a war pony. Yeah, this is definitely a show pony. It looks fab. Super fab.
Okay. All right.
Okay, it is so the moonwalking pony then. But all right, yes.
All right. Shall we be off here?
Well, I think we're all ready.
All right.
Now.
I will grab the show pony by his little bridle. I'll start just walking him, and here we go, pulling a cart, and here we go. We're on our way.
Yeah, you don't need the cart now because the pony is going to be the cart instead. All right, so you gather all your stuff, and you lead your pony, your 2 ferrets, and your fellow adventurers on this epic quest, heading towards Mount Vottun. The road is long, but it's not difficult. While you're journeying, there doesn't seem to be any kind of bandits or monsters. It's just going to be one of those, just, you got to put in the hours. You know, your pedometer, if you had one, is just racking up the points. You got a new high score. It's a very, very long distance to Mount Vottun. As you start to get closer and closer, can we keep the cart? Yeah, you can keep it if you want, but you're gonna have to carry the cart unless you want to drag it. It's one of those not efficient carts though. Like it's
not collapsible.
Right, like
the collapsible cart. And
if you drag the bitch, you're gonna be going slower, so you don't want that. So you're gonna be carrying the cart if you want to keep it. So as you're making your way, you guys are going to Mount Vottun, I take it?
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to be heading up the mountains, and as you're going, the terrain is going to get a little rougher. It's definitely going to start getting colder, a lot more rock face, so everything, is getting stonier as you're going. You start to see kind of landmark features that start to resemble dwarven. A lot of things are, the signposts, instead of being wooden, everything seems to be stone. Stone, everything. A lot of the trails in Candoria have occasional resting spots with benches and stuff like that, but the benches are no longer wooden. They become stone, and as you're going along, you'll find some torches along the pathway that are, somebody has to come out and light these, but the pathway is definitely lit up. So you're beginning to get closer and closer to Mount Vottun, and the passes will start to switch back. What do you guys know about the Bane, to kind of let the viewers in on some of the lore between the mountain and the hill dwarfs differences?
Before we get into that, just because I'm trying to keep track of days and things, what this is literally a 24-hour in terms of like actual hours, not like day is in the 24-hour term of a day. So when we left Herdeflurgen, are we looking at like midway through day 2?
It was before that.
Like afternoon of day 2.
Yeah, not even. It was still morning of day 2. So when you arrive at
morning of day 4.
Day 3.
The night of day 3. Or
no.
Because if you do like an actual, because we're not, you can't actually travel 24 hours.
Right. So including
he's adding 8 hours in the morning. So if it was like 8 a.m., then 9.
Including the rest, it will take 24 hours. So whether you take the rest midway, 2/3 of the way, whatever, it's going to be the same time you left, but a day later.
Day 3.
Right.
All right. The Bane are dwarves.
The morning of day 3.
Yeah.
And they have, particularly the ones who are blessed by the goddess, I can't remember her name now. Carvalia. They have red eyes. Glowing, bright, brilliant red eyes.
Okay.
And they value strength. And they seem to exhibit far more of what you would call a aggressive personality for their choices.
Okay.
And similarly to the player's handbook, as far as races, there are still the mountain dwarves and the hill dwarves. They're led by 2 brothers. As far as that the split has happened, right? At year 1. Okay. So the mountain dwarves are led by a dwarf named Iron Toe, I believe, or Grimtoe or Iron Toe. I always mix this up. Grimtoe. And then the hill dwarves are led by his younger brother, which is Iron Side.
Yeah.
And the brothers had a bit of a falling out. It's pretty common knowledge in Candoria that they fought for leadership of the Bane, and the younger brother, the hill dwarf, won. But then the mountain dwarf pretty much refused to acknowledge the claim still, and so just pretty much retreated back into the mountains, and they pretty much have bad blood ever since.
Okay.
And dwarves and Tabaxi do not get along because the Grimtoe actually kidnapped the leader of the Shroud just sort of as a power play and shaved off his mane and declawed him before sending him back. And that ended up triggering a response in an assassination of both of the brothers' father, who was the overall dwarf king. And so the tensions are high between those 2 races.
Okay. And Rin, what do you know, if anything, about what's going on between the relationship between the Bane and the Shroud in this year?
But the Bane are just currently dealing with split loyalties at the moment, and the Shroud are just having troubles with the Forest. That's the current thing I know in year 1.
Okay, so you would also know that the tension is very high for intertribal relations, not just inside their own, but like tribe versus tribe. The Bane and the Shroud, tensions are very high because of all the political stuff that has happened recently. they do not trust each other at all right now. Okay.
There's some deep hate, and I mean, dwarves can hold a grudge.
Yes, they can. And so Mount Vottun is mountain dwarf territory.
Dun, 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 dun.
So as you guys are heading towards that way, eventually you'll start running into, some dwarves and stuff like that. They just seem to be kind of commoners. You don't necessarily pay them much mind because you got a long journey ahead. But you eventually, after your long rest and waking up and, getting back on the road to keep traveling, eventually you arrive at the mouth of Mount Vottun, and inside of it, it is known for having a very big forge. Let me share...
The biggest of forges.
Let me share this with you guys, and then I'll also put it on the stream so people can kind of see. This is, so once you make your way up the mountain pass, and before you go into the technical Mount Vottun, this is what the entrance looks like. Can you guys see it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alright, so there is this large chasm that gaps across these two mountain peaks, and there's this really ornate dwarven bridge that kind of goes across it with some dwarven statues that are halfway through. Everything seems very over the top, very gaudy. All the stoneworking is very intricate, and they inlay torches into very strategic areas that kind of illuminate all the stone carving, and it's very respectable. There's the craftsmanship that goes into all of this is very, very impressive. So as you go across the two, or the bridge that goes across, there are two of these kind of smaller castle formations, and there are all of these double red banner flags that kind of crescent across, and all of them have a glowing torch on top of it. And it seems like you guys don't know a lot about the Bane, but you are told that there is a battle that's going to be taking place in this area, and it seems like this is correlated with that these don't seem like they're always out, but they're out now, and they're very fresh and new looking, so it didn't imply that they're not out all of the time. And this kind of leads to a large area that is flat. It's all stonework, and the flat area has a carving of large, super exaggerated weaponry on the ground, and the walkway goes into this large archway that's all stone, and on top is this dwarven figure that's up top. It would probably resemble what you would think to be the old leader of the Bane, but none of you have met him. You don't know what he looks like, but it's got kind of that Mount Rushmore-y kind of feel that's very lore heavy and very very elaborate in physical features, and you can see tones of red banners, red streaks. They purposefully, looks like they carved into stone that has natural red streaks in the stone. It seems like is what they use for a lot of it. A lot of battle axes and stuff like that recess into the mountain face. And you make your way inside, and it leads you to an area. Bam.
Ooh, that's an area.
God, we're in another cave, guys.
No.
Underground.
We're in a mountain. What's the surprise?
No.
I didn't think about it until just now.
You guys
Just
haven't
now.
been in a cave in months. Like, it's not like they're that common.
There's nothing to worry about, Kurtz. This is a civilized dwarven hold.
Okay. And come on, map. Work with me here. Alright. So you make your way through this area, and you guys start to hear chants and yells in the distance. And I just closed something out. I need to open
I'm
up.
so blessed that I know Dwarvish.
There we go.
I will translate for all of you.
How many of you speak Dwarven?
Woo!
Urga does?
One more.
Okay, so two of you do? Okay. All right, so upon arriving at Mount Vottun, you start to hear shouting and cheering, and that's kind of the sound that you're following. And there isn't like a lot of people to greet you or tell you where to go, so you're just kind of following the sounds through these different alleyways. And it leads you through this large archway that leads down staircase, 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 and you end up coming to this area. And as you walk through, you can see kind of this front. This table in this front entryway, there's 2 large fires that are lit on either side of this door, and on the ground there's this rug, a very elaborate tapestry, and the door seems to be kind of cracked open, and through there you can hear lots of hustle and bustle, lots of cheers and screaming inside. What would you like to do?
So no one greeted us at all?
No, you haven't run into anybody. It seems like everybody's maybe probably a little further in.
Finley, make sure your horse is careful going down those steps. Don't want any of those barrels to break.
Right. Well, I mean, so going into here, there's no, like, outer area of, like, city dwelling or anything. This is just all shit, and we're walking into the mountain. There's no civilization outside the mountain. It's all just...
It seems like whatever is happening that's going on has kind of drawn everyone's attention outside. You would assume that large area that you came into, there would be guards, but there isn't. It seems like everybody is drawn inside.
This is very strange.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, I can't leave my horse outside. I guess I'll try to walk my fucking horse down here.
Can I just pick up the horse?
Yeah, you could. You're a big dude. It's a little pony.
It's all right, Kurt.
It's just very weird looking.
You're already holding a chest. It's a lot to bear there. Just he'll be fine.
It's a lot to pony.
Definitely half speed.
Grab it, throw it over my shoulder.
The horse is like barrels and kegs on it and everything. It's
fine.
Oh boy.
Alright.
You can carry it. All right.
So, walking into where the voices are, I mean, what do I hear? What do I see?
All right, so through the door, have you walked through, or are you before the door?
Through. Yeah.
Okay, you walk through, all right, and you see a bunch of dwarves that are kind of gathered around at these tables. They're all drinking ale, and they're very, very loud. And you can hear around the corner, east of around the corner, you can hear lots of yelling and screaming coming from that area. But where you are walking into seems like kind of like an eating area, and there seems to be a bar with a bartender up there. There's a lot of dwarves that you can see that looks like they're all Bane. They all have the glowing red eyes, but they seem to be kind of content, and some of them notice you, but purposefully don't acknowledge you. It seems like they're all kind of giving you a very exaggerated cold shoulder. You don't seem to feel welcome. And even the bartender doesn't seem to acknowledge you. Nobody has seemed hostile, though, either. But as you walk in, you can see, this is very, very much a very rough area. Everything's carved into the stone face. It's very interesting, to say the least, for the look of the area.
Seeing this reception, I'm just going to keep on walking towards where the shouting's coming from.
Okay. All right. So, yep. You keep going that way, and the noises will get louder and louder.
What's this, though? Hey, I found lava mouth.
How do you know?
Does he have lava coming from his mouth? That'll do it.
Yep, that's usually the telltale sign there. Lava mouth. Lava in the mouth. Right there in the name. In the description. In the visual. All right there.
It's just elegant in its simplicity.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Urga, you're the first one there. Give me a perception check.
Yes, Urga.
I think I'm not there.
What do your revenant eyes see?
22! I see a lot.
All right. So you kind of make haste into this area, and you are kind of looking over, and this area that you're standing on is very elevated. It's much higher, and this pit seems to descend underneath. You're standing on this wooden platform, and this area is kind of cut into the mountain face, and there seems to be some kind of cage doors that are built on the side, and this, looking at this area, seems like this probably is some kind of fighting arena. You see some blood stains on the ground, you see body parts of monsters and man just kind of strung everywhere. You can see, you recognize as Magma Jaw, in the center of it, and he's holding 2 flaming weapons in either hand. Let's see, and they are a flaming great axe and a flaming maul in the other hand. So he's standing in there shouting in Dwarven to all the spectators who are all up on this raised wooden platform. On the back end of this area, there you see 4 giant flames that are burning. Each of them are kind of guarding this entrance of where you would assume combatants would come onto this fighting area. And in the back, in the center of all 4 of these, is a very ornate raised structure with some stairs and some like royal carpeting. And you can see actually Grimtoe is seated on this kind of throne area, and in this large throne over above it there is some like what do you call those?
Tapestries?
Yeah, the tapestries that are kind of like overhanging and kind of drooped.
Banners?
No, like ones that are like
they're like kind of awnings, almost like they're canvases.
Exactly. Yeah, those awnings. So you can see those awnings are kind of covering it, and it's there's a couple guards that are up there protecting him.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to get a tan underground.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is going on? But that's exactly what it is.
It's to catch those stray pebbles that might interfere with it.
You don't know. The dome area of this is very, very tall. It's super exaggerated in this area, and it might make you think that maybe there's flying creatures. There might be, like maybe really large creatures that come into it, but this area is very, very tall. And Magmajaw is, swinging those flaming weapons around, definitely parading, just by his body language. You can speak Dwarven, though, right?
I can.
Okay. So you understand what he's saying, and he's pretty much, very much a showman. He is getting all of the audience pumped up, and he's pretty much talking shit about, bring out the best, bring out the baddest, I can take him down, I heard you got an epic monster, isn't that why you guys are here? That kind of stuff. He's kind of taunting, whoever's facilitating the spectacle that's about to come, like, give me your best, I ain't scared kind of a thing, and swinging those flaming weapons around. All of the dwarves are kind of that are on this platform are focused on the thing that's going on in the center. But you do notice down at the end there is kind of maybe like a VIP table or something. There seems to be an older dwarven woman whose attention, it catches your attention because she doesn't seem to be paying attention like everyone else to what's going on down there.
And does she have a dragon on her shoulder?
Hey, Kurtz, if you wouldn't mind, I can take it from here. I appreciate you bringing it. Just the stairs were kind of a bit for my horse there, but yeah, if you could just set her down right here
I'll set the horse back over here so it doesn't like do something stupid like run into the pit.
Okay.
Right. No, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
Appreciate that. Appreciate the looking out there.
Oh, this was a steed.
Yeah. Urgra will wander over to the dwarven woman.
Okay.
The fight hasn't started yet.
And she looks old as fuck. Super dark, gray hair, wrinkles everywhere. Dwarven people are obviously shorter, very stout, but all her features are super exaggerated, very deep inset wrinkles, very squished out. Her hair kind of comes down into these braids. She has this kind of fleece thing that drapes over her shoulder. Very slow moving, has a cane even though she's sitting down, but she has this kind of sage presence. It seems like she might, you don't know, but she just comes across as very knowledgeable.
Sage.
Yeah. Kind of just commands this respect of knowledge kind of a thing, presence to her.
I'll just be watching and following Urgra, because if she sees something, I'll be like, well, I'm not.
In Dwarven, I will say, greetings.
And she'll respond back in Dwarven to you. Hello, are you here for the fight?
Yes, we heard about it from some dwarves while we were traveling. Apparently it's supposed to be a good spectacle, but you don't seem particularly enthused.
I'm just glad that I got out and about today. This should be a good fight. You don't look like you're from around here. Where are you from?
But
That was the first clue.
yeah. I've been staying more in Candoria proper, but I've also been known to travel quite a bit.
Well, we absolutely love travelers, especially when we have these festivities going on where we like to show off the Bane strength that is the greatest in all the lands.
Well, not to be contradictory, but I just walked through the bar and no one even acknowledged my presence.
Don't take offense, darling. My kind can be very ignorant. I myself have tried to be educated on other races, but don't take offense to it. You're probably not going to get a lot of warm welcomes around here. Especially with those blue eyes. Those are beautiful, by the way.
Oh, well, I appreciate your opinion.
And hers are, they're red. They're very, very vibrant color.
My name is Urgra, by the way. What are you called?
You can call me Miss Barrelarm. My name is Taranaka, but I like Miss Barrelarm.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, and noticing Rin just hovering behind me. This is my companion, Rin Anaram.
Welcome! Please take some seats. And there is, a couple seats by her table, and you can see that none of the other Bane are kind of like coming into this little end part of it. Maybe as a VIP area, you're not quite sure, but there are several seats available, and she is offering them to you, but there's no other Bane right here in this little nook.
I will sit just casually and speak in Dwarvish, of course, with the it's a pleasure to meet you.
Okay.
That's the Dwarvish time when I'm speaking. It's that.
Sure. Yeah, so she responds directly to you. Very impressed. Both of you don't, obviously don't look anything like dwarves, but, are able to uphold the conversation. So she, gives you some standard greetings and, is very excited to see some new faces. You definitely get the feeling that all the other Banes seem to be kind of ignoring her. Not being a dick necessarily, but just like with you guys, they're equally ignoring you. And so the fact that you guys are engaging in conversation with her is kind of brightening up her day.
I'm going to send Orion back to Kurtz and Finley so that he can just kind of go there and gesture as owls do, like sitting there and doing like a head turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have waved them over when we sat down.
You're gonna what?
I would have waved them over when I sat down.
Okay. All right, so Kurtz and Finley, you can kind of see them off on the other side. What do you guys want to do?
Well, Kurtz Gladskin's right there, or not right there. Is there enough room for me to take my show pony down this little aisle or not? Because if not, I'm going to stand back here and probably stay with the horse that has multiple barrels of alcohol on it.
Okay. You're probably thinking this is not the best environment for a show pony. This is the edge of a battle arena.
I'm very uncomfortable in here. Finley's like, when you walk into the bar, you just kind of like find the corner, and then that's this is my corner now, and I will not be moving from here.
Okay, fair enough.
Just take it in the room, just rushing the show pony.
All right, Kurt seems distracted, so distracted that he may not even be visible, area. Right? So you two are down there.
I'll see her, and I'll just be like,
all right. So, Ms. Barrelarm, we couldn't help but notice when we arrived, there weren't any sort of guards or really anything to stop us from just walking into the mountain. Is that normal procedure?
No, there should have been a lot of security you would have had to have passed through. Should we be worried about you, though? You look like you are fairly friendly people.
No, we're just here for the fight. I was just curious if something was wrong.
No, nothing is wrong. I'll definitely talk to my son about this. Security should not be lax even during a fight.
Your son? Who is your son?
Yes, my son, Thadric.
Thadric?
Yes.
Do I know this name?
Would you know this name? Give me a history check.
Okay. In the middle of my typing the name, Thadric, I will make a history check of 22.
Ooh.
I think I know.
Yeah, you've definitely heard of him. Don't know quite. He's a known Bane. You don't really know exactly what. You've heard of him being involved in a mercenary group called the Bloodmourn. But as far as anything past that, I don't think you would know.
Okay. I heard that he was part of the Bloodmourn mercenary group. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, that is not something that we should talk about in this area, but I am more interested in you. I love learning about other cultures, and unfortunately in this body doesn't allow me to get out like I used to. Come, teach. Who are you? Where are you from? I love learning and teaching.
Well, our names were already said to you at the moment, so I guess there's not much else besides...
But where do you come from? Where do you hail? Like, let me know all about you. I love stories.
Well, I'd be happy to tell you, but I think we're in the middle of a fight that's going on with Magmajaw down there.
Yeah, and you hear him, down on the edge, like, taunting and swinging these flaming weapons, and you can hear people...
Is all he going to do is just flaunt himself there? Or is he actually fighting?
It seems like it's just about to start, but it hasn't quite yet. Yeah, they're maybe stalling or something. Like, it seems like he's probably killing time. You're not quite sure.
If you don't mind me asking, what's your opinion on Magmajaw?
Oh, Magmajaw, he is definitely a frightening man, not one to be trifled with. And a very powerful fighter, known for his rage. What's that?
Would you say he's honorable?
In his own right.
Right.
But either way, it should be quite the spectacle. And you can hear some resounding trumpet sounds starting to go off. And one of the areas between the two torches, this large, kind of like, like a portcullis, there's these gates that come down that are like lattice, but very, very thick, heavy metal and wooden. So you can see this one start to rise up as going up. And you can hear a blood-curdling roar coming from behind there, and all the dwarves that are up on this thing, they're all starting to cheer, yeah! And you can see Magmajaw. He turns around and kind of takes a knee, and he holds both of the flaming weapons back at the side and kind of bows towards Grimtoe. And everybody kind of goes quiet as you hear this roaring sound coming from behind this door. And Grimtoe raises his weapon and he drops it. And as he drops it, Magmajaw jumps to his feet with his two flaming weapons, and all the Banes start screaming and cheering. And you see this massive creature start to barrel out of the entryway.
Oh lordy.
And you see an ancient Hydra starting to whip and slither out its way, coming through.
What?
And so ancient Hydras are distinctive because they have more heads than a normal Hydra. So you see this reptilian horror with a crocodilian body and multiple heads. Their long serpentine necks are coming through. Do any of you would any of you know anything about Hydras? Give me a history. Bryn, give me a history. You guys also have checked out some books. Okay. Alright, so you would know
Nice 19.
Yeah, he did pretty good too. All right, so through your collective knowledge, you would know that hydras are known to have some kind of everlasting hunger. Their hunger can never be sated. And this is a very gluttonous monster that snatches and tears apart its prey, and like one of the worst feeding frenzy that you have ever seen. Any creatures that have any kind of intelligence know to avoid this monstrosity. It is something you don't fight. You're not quite sure the origins of this creature, but hydras have some kind of ties with evil, draconic background, but you're not quite sure. Let's see, and...
By the way,
yes.
Rin still has a little bit of hate resentment towards Magmajaw just because of what he did to us to a degree.
Of course.
So, during the time when the monster comes out and he doesn't prepare, can Rin cast Minor Illusion and make a screaming noise originate from Magmajaw and have it say in Dwarvish in his voice saying, "I've just shit me pants!"
Give me a flat D20 roll.
Oh, the pettiness.
Rin has, he does that. He sets gelatinous cubes inside offices for people who hate him.
I love it.
7.
All right, so it doesn't...
Can I use inspiration?
If you want to use it for that, you definitely
I'll
can.
use it for this. I feel like it's worthy. I feel like it's worthy cause.
Come on, be amazing.
All right. I'll be amazing with a 5. So 7.
All right, the inspiration point was burnt up. All right, so you see this moment of, yes, I can totally discredit Magmajaw, but this reptilian creature that is coming out is a sight to behold. It is just horror. Which head do I watch? I don't know. They're all so fucking scary. So you try to kind of, but your cries of trying to humiliate him gets lost in the crowd, and you see exactly. You see this creature just kind of slithering out in this huge. It's just everybody is just kind of dumbfounded by it. But as you look upon Magmajaw, he doesn't seem afraid at all. He just kind of readies these flaming weapons, takes a pose. This ancient hydra, all of the heads at once let out this blood-curdling roar. Magmajaw takes a position and charges towards swinging a flaming weapon, and that is right where we will end this session.
Love it. Yes. Yes. One dude versus a hydra, Sean? What the
Ancient hydra.
At least I don't have to worry about killing him now.
Yeah. Wow.
This never transpired prior to us beating him. No.
Awesome. Good game, guys. I hope you guys had fun. Just a reminder for all of our viewers, we play this campaign every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. Tune in tomorrow. We're going to have a one-shot with some of our players who have applied for Season 2. We've thrown a couple of them, and we're going to be doing our own homebrew, kind of a mech game. It should be a lot of fun. We've never done it before, so we'll see how it goes. If it turns out to be fun, it might be a recurring one-shot. It wouldn't be really a one-shot if it's recurring. But anyway, if it turns out good, we're going to keep going with it. Should be a lot of fun. So hopefully we can see you guys. HotA points you guys are accruing while watching this. You guys can spend those now on health potions, inspiration points on the players. So just look below for that. If you guys like what you saw, please give us a follow. It really helps out the channel. Hit the bell to be notified when we go live.
Hit the bell.
And if you guys want to join the HotA family, either subscribe, which will also help us out, or come join the Discord and we put out some information. We all talk about Dungeons and Dragons. We'd love to hear about your guys' D&D experiences. What else? AJ, you're a DM on the channel. On Sundays, you run some games. You want to go ahead and plug that?
Yes, I run one game, Ages Past, at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And of course, join me DMing with 4 amazing players, one of which I share here, right there, Connor. He's in there. So come and see us there. And anytime you spend with us on Sunday, you also are accumulating these points, which you can spend on that game or this game to help influence the game. So it's all win-win all around. It's great.
Perfect. And we got some upcoming stuff. So season 2 of HotA is going to be starting. It's going to be the same plot, but a different storyline for that. We have The Iron King, which will hopefully be starting soon, so be looking out for that. That'll be on Mondays. We have a talk show that we're going to be revamping and bringing back with some new hosts. Should be a lot of fun. We're going to be pulling in some DMs from other sister channels that we're partnered up with. And we're going to hang out and talk about some D&D. And the little teaser, not confirmed 100%, but we may actually have a D&D celebrity that may have been on Critical Role. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get them on the show. So it should be a lot of fun. We're hoping that works out. So show us some love. Make sure you show up for that and support them in that endeavor. But that's all we got. We'll see you guys next week. And we love having you guys involved. Thanks for being here.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good one.
Watching. Bye.